legit.
Headliners. There's a lot of you don't know about the fantasy headliners. Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain, all the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo, Headliner Nation, what is going on, everybody?
It's week 2, Kyle.
Week
It's the Saturday
2.
night live stream.
Ow!
I'm feeling
Ow!
it. Feeling the flow. I've been so busy today, Kyle. I just got home about like 10, 12 minutes ago, but you know what?
I
It's
took
time
a
to
nap
hang it.
earlier.
That's must be nice. Must be nice. But no, I'm here. I'm ready to hang out with the nation for the next hour and a half-ish or so. It's going to be a good time. People are going to start funneling in here when you do. Make sure you do us a favor and hit that like button because, Kyle, we have something special for tonight's like goal. Should I tell the people right off the bat what it is?
Do it. Do it right now.
All right. It's very doable for this community, but we want to make it attainable, right? So for 1,500 likes on this live stream, you saw me open it during the tailgate episode yesterday, an autographed Barry Sanders football right here. Certificate of authenticity on the back, still wrapped in the plastic from our friends at Pristine Auction. So make sure you have that free account signed up at pristineauction.com using referral code Headliners. Got to have that to be eligible. And then once we hit 1,500 likes, picking a random winner for this sexy football right here, Kyle.
Why wouldn't you want an autographed Barry Sanders football to just be sitting somewhere in your house where you can look at it, nuzzle it?
Plus, look at this. Look at it this way, Kyle.
Stroke it like a
You have
kitty.
a piece of Barry memorabilia. I have a piece of Barry memorabilia. And you can't.
Mine's kind of covered up right now because I've got too many boxes of cards.
Mine is up here. It's the autographed pylon of Barry. So basically, by having one of these also, you're basically like me and Kyle's brother or sister. So you don't want to miss out on that. 100% looking forward to that. The chat is already going crazy. Got a lot of highlighted green, a lot of members out in the chat. What is going on? Official members of Headliner Nation. Let's talk some football, Kyle, because here late today, we all got a wonderful surprise of Gabe Davis. Now, this really blows for a couple different reasons. One, it's Gabe Davis. We love Gabe Davis. But two, dude plays Monday Night Football, Kyle, and we're not going to know in time. So that's one of those issues where we're probably going to have to try to avoid him if possible this week because we just don't know unless you have another high-end option in that matchup of Buffalo, Tennessee that you could slot in if needed.
That's the one thing. I've had a couple of people ask me already. My boy Holmes, I was talking with him a little bit ago, and he asked me about Gabe Davis. And at that time, it was before I had a chance to talk to Ethan, I said, if you're going to go that route and you want to risk a little bit of Gabe Davis on Monday night, you got to have Isaiah McKenzie. I'm going Isaiah McKenzie over Crowder in terms of potential upside, but either of them really, you'd have to grab him. You would have to grab him in order to make that work. It sounds like basically talking with Ethan, though, we don't want to risk it It's never good when someone gets added this early and misses practice, or excuse me, this late and misses practice. So unfortunately, right now, I feel like we probably need to try and transition away from Gabe Davis this week.
Yeah, I absolutely hate to say that as well. Now, obviously, we got some super chats rolling in. We're going to do shout outs for every new member, and we're going to make sure we get to every super chat. So just be patient with us. We're going to talk football here nonstop for an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. But let's start it off right here. And actually, we had some people that were crazy early, Kyle. I took a picture of it because YouTube does not show us anything that happens before we go live.
Anything before Scales speaks, who became a new member. Scales, appreciate you joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Joining the Holden Chubb tier. I can't see anything before that, Jake.
Yep. I took a picture of it because I knew YouTube was going to erase it, and I want to make sure I take care of people. So real quick, Raybot, appreciate you, my friend. Says, what's up, guys? D. Smith, Campbell, or Devin Duvernay in his flex. So honestly, all of them are pretty risky guys. Kyle, now you and I were talking about Paris Campbell before the live stream. We know about Michael Pittman, and there's nothing there. Literally, like, we are not missing anything, by the way. No Michael Pittman, which really, really sucks, right? No Alec Pierce. So what are we going to do in Indianapolis? And it seems like this could be one of those weeks for Paris Campbell. It's going to be a whole lot of Jonathan Taylor. Love some Nyheim Hines. But now Paris Campbell becomes an option, but he's still a risky option. Yeah. When you're talking about Duvernay, Campbell, or Devontae Smith, they're all risky. I think if it's me, I'm trying to find the guy that has the closest path to targets. That may be Campbell this week, and that's where I go.
Yeah, no, I've got to agree with all that. Talking about Campbell right before we hopped on, yes, I think it's high risk, but I'm also a guy that really likes Paris Campbell, so yep. I'm hoping he stays healthy this year and has somewhat of a breakout, but let's see what happens. This would be the week for it to start, though.
Hey, I have a question.
Yep.
How come your name's on the screen, but my name's not on the screen? Do I not get to be... I'm seeing the screen.
Your name not on the screen?
What did you do to my name? You don't even want the people to know who I am, Kyle. They're like, oh, look at it. It's Kyle Richardson and some rando dude.
I've had your name was on there when I did it last time.
I don't know. You erased it. Anyway, let's real quick. Super chats starting to fly in here, so I got to get through some of these real quick. Devin Chikowski, full PPR. We got Daryl Henderson, AJ Dillon, or T. Higgins if healthy. T. Higgins should be good to go in a full PPR between Henderson, Dillon, and Higgins. I think AJ Dillon is probably your safest option right there. If you want to gamble a little bit, then you go with T. Higgins. And then Carl Anderson says he needs to replace Pittman for 2 wide receivers, 2 flexes in the PPR. We got Swift, Gibson, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Hunt. Options to choose from here: Renfro, Dotson, Hines, or Ramondre. So for your 2 wide receivers and your 2 flexes, your 2 wide receivers are going to be Chase and McLaurin for sure. Your 2 flexes are going to be, one is Kareem Hunt. The other option for me is going to be Nyheim Hines with a limited amount of options there in that backfield. Scale Speaks becomes a member of Holden Chubb. Thank you so much. Polo Dude has upgraded his membership to Excessive Chubb. CJ Houdat out there in the chat said, would you change my lineup, guys? We got a 12-man PPR. Starters are Hurts, Adams, MT Cook, Javonte Goddard. In the flex, Aaron Jones. And on the bench, you got T. Higgins. Okay. We got A-Rob, Jeff Wilson, Zay Jones, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Eli Moore, and thank you, fellas. So honestly, if it's me, I know you got Michael Thomas in there with Devontae Adams in a difficult matchup for Michael Thomas this week. T. Higgins may be somebody that I put over Michael Thomas personally. What about you, Kyle?
Well, your name's on the screen now, and I have no idea how I did it, but it's there.
Well, hey, I appreciate now that people know who I am.
Literally, all I did was click onto a new button, and it showed up. But anyway, this was for CJ Houdat, correct?
Yeah. So otherwise, it's Michael Thomas or T. Higgins? Who are you taking?
I'm going to go with Michael Thomas this week. T. Higgins basically missing all week of practice. I do like T. Higgins, but do they kind of work him back in slowly? You've got plenty of weapons. Do you need to rush him back? It's probably a little bit more of a risky bet to go with. Would go with Michael Thomas, but just because Higgins has basically missed all week, I will lean that way barely.
Barely. Okay, that's one guy that me and Kyle are disagreeing on here slightly this week. Tommy Theologus, been a member for 12 months, says looking to start one for Gabe Davis. You got Michael Thomas or Michael Carter or Rashad Penny. I think that's kind of where you take that gamble with Michael Thomas, like you're talking about. The higher touchdown upside is going to be there. Michael Carter still going to split touches with Breece Hall. Rashad Penny, not a bad option for Rashad Penny going up against San Francisco. A chance of some rainy weather there this week as well. But if it's me, I'm going Michael Thomas. Alamo got Brandon Ayuk or Curtis Samuel in a full PPR. If I had to choose between one of them, I'm still going to Brandon Ayuk. Do you agree with that, Kyle? Are you still on the Brandon Ayuk bandwagon here this week?
Yes, baby.
Yeah.
Give me some Brandon Ayuk. I'm not off yet. Not off yet.
No, we're not getting off that bandwagon yet. Not after just one game in a torrential downpour. And then in a full PPR, you got Edmonds, Hines, or Penny. If I can only choose one, I think you either gamble with Nyheim Hines if you're looking for a higher upside. If you're looking for the safer floor play in a full PPR, it's going to be Chase Edmonds. Jason Dale, half PPR, start 2 in the flex. Got Swift, Fournette, Henry, Gibson. Started Juju in the wide receiver spot, so he needs some upside. So 2+, start 2 plus a flex. So 3 of these guys. So basically we have to sit one out of Gibson, Henry, Fournette, and Swift. Well, that kind of sucks.
Swift is a tough call for me this week.
I know.
No Frank Ragnow.
Yep.
Jonah Jackson is now doubtful. He was a late addition later in the week with a missed practice with an ankle injury. I'm putting quotes because I really don't know what it is outside of that. He's really, really tough for me this week because that is not going to be. Now, fortunately enough, the matchup might still be there for him.
Could you really sit DeAndre Swift this week though? That's a tough one.
It's going to depend really on who it is that I could have to go over with him. In this half PPR, start 2 plus flex, absolutely Fournette, absolutely Henry, Gibson and Swift.
And Henry's got a horrible matchup this week going against Buffalo, but we've seen what he's done against Buffalo before in the past.
Yeah.
And don't know if you can really sit that when you're chasing upside. That's a guy that could score 30 plus for you.
I will say this: Gibson's going to be just as big a risk as what Swift is going to be. I'll roll with Swift still this week.
So we're going Swift, Fournette, and Henry.
Yep.
And we're gambling a little bit. All right, Ricky. With the lone boner emoji next to his name says, start Tanyan if weather in Green Bay is good, or Albert, are you okay in a full PPR? I think as of right now, as long as
still saw a decent amount of targets last week. Yeah, the production wasn't quite there, but he's getting the look still.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think Tanyan may be slightly more touchdown upside if it's better weather, but that's something we have to pay attention to, early tomorrow just to make sure. Trey, our own Trey out there says, this is for the 10 people that participated in the Discord Royal Rumble. I'll donate the amount of people that participate in it if we do it again. Trey
He told me last night that he wanted to see the largest Royal Rumble in our Discord that we've ever had, and he would donate $1 for every person that did it.
Yeah, there you go. He had 10 the first one. Colin Casey, welcome to Holden Chubb. Drizzy P, half PPR, who to flex? A-Rob, DK, Mooney, or Elijah Moore?
My thing scrolled, and now I'm trying to find.
Part of me wants to say, say Drizzy. Yeah, part of me wants to say Allen Robinson, but I know a lot of people are off that bandwagon hardcore after week 1. But you got DK Metcalf this week going up against San Francisco, Darnell Mooney in a tough matchup against Green Bay, and Elijah Moore, who we haven't seen get going just yet in a matchup going up against Cleveland. So the easiest matchup on paper is going to be Allen Robinson. He's got the Atlanta Falcons. That's the best matchup, and they have to get him going. I think if you don't want to take that risk, the next safest option, in my opinion, probably Elijah Moore. If you're looking for upside, maybe even DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf actually isn't a whole lot of upside for me. DK Metcalf is probably the safest just because we know he's going to get the targets, but there's not a whole lot of big playability there. And it's not because he doesn't have it. It's because he's not in that offense right now with that type of a quarterback. So
yeah.
If you're looking for safety, I'm going DK. If you're looking for upside, you go A-Rob or Mooney. A-Rob's upside, though, is probably is close to being a little bit safer than Mooney because of the matchup. Now, the reason I'm still liking Mooney this week is unless they move Jair Alexander to the slot, he's not going to face him because Mooney led all wide receivers for the Bear with 12 slot snaps last week. Next closest wide receiver was 2. So... but they went back and forth on Twitter a little bit too, and Alexander said he was coming for him. So I don't know if the Bears or if the Packers are going to switch things up.
Yeah, that's a tough one for sure right there. Who's out there doing housework? God J. Willie says, God bless you both, listening while doing housework. Hope Headliner Nation's doing well. Appreciate you out there, J. Willie. We got Cy got him. Guys thinking to start Mooney over Gabe Davis. My other wide receiver options are Olave, Landry, Kadarius Toney, and then Tua or Trey Lance as quarterback. So I don't mind Mooney over Gabe Davis with those other options. Jarvis Landry may be a safer floor play just due to the amount of volume he could see.
Especially if it's PPR.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't say if it's full PPR or not. If it's full PPR, probably leaning towards Landry. Everything else, I'm fine with Mooney. And then as for Tua or Trey Lance, I mean,
I'm going Tua this week just because the weather.
I was going to say it's the weather. It's weather depending.
Ugly again.
Yeah, if it's bad, I just have a hard time trusting a quarterback in bad weather. So if that's something where the weather clears up and it's completely fine in the morning in San Francisco there for that game, then I think about it with Trey Lance because the upside may be higher, but the safer floor is for sure Tua. Isaac Cordova.
Isaac.
In a standard league, he's got Cooks or Christian Kirk. I mean, I think both are actually going to be good plays this week in a standard league. I think the touchdown upside. Standard. Yeah, it's Brandon Cooks for me. I think he has the higher upside and more potential for the big play touchdowns in a standard league. Queelan, with Pittman out, he's got Penny, Ayuk, Allen Robinson, or J-Rob. I really don't want Allen Robinson to be the guy's name that I say a lot tonight. But I feel like with some of these other options, I just don't know. I don't know if a lot of people want to have that potential headache with Allen Robinson. If I had to choose someone else, my next option would be Ayuk, but I don't know about that weather once again. If it's me, I'm rolling out Allen Robinson. I have to expect they need to get him going, similar to what we saw last year with Robert Woods in the slow start, and then slowly had to start really integrating him into that offense a little bit more before his injury last year. So I'm going with Allen Robinson.
I need everybody to just take a second. Come close. Everybody just get in here with me real quick. Right here. Right here. I would come closer, but my mic would be in the way.
Do I need to come close?
Listen to me. If you want to start Allen Robinson this week, do it. But we're a little bit more risk adverse than all of you because we think A-Rob is coming back at some point this season. If you're a member and you saw the film breakdown that I did last week, you would have seen that Allen Robinson is not washed up. It was not his fault. The connection just was not there with Stafford yet. Right here. It's risky.
We love
but
risk.
I'm trusting the process. I'm not abandoning my entire offseason research after one bad week. It's just not happening.
No.
We would be horrible. We'd be horrible analysts if that's what we did.
Yep. We would just be hopping on bandwagons all year long. Focus.
But you know the risk. If you start A-Rob, you know the risk. But I'm a little bit more risk adverse, especially this early in the season, because this early in the season, I can play around with things a little bit more. That's kind of weird. Should have said that differently. That's okay. I don't care.
Wasn't the best choice of words. Anyway, Brandon Maddox, welcome to Holden Chubb.
What up, Brandon?
Sloth says, so my running back 1 is JT. My running back 2 is Zeke, but I also cuffed Hines. Would I be crazy to start JT and Hines this week since Pittman and Pierce is out? My other running back is Michael Carter and Robinson on IR. I don't think I go with JT and Hines. I don't know if I want to take that risk because there's always that opportunity that JT just absorbs everything in the backfield. As much as I like Hines, I don't know if I want him to be my running back 2. More of a high upside flex play for me this week. With that being said, it is not going to be an easy game whatsoever for Zeke at all, but I probably still roll him out there one more week in hopes that they just have to force feed him the football because Cooper Rush is not going to beat teams down the field. He's going to have to get 20-plus touches.
Jake, I need you to hold up your ball real quick. Show the chat your ball real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 1,100 people in the chat right now hanging out, and we only have 348 likes. It's an autographed Barry Sanders ball that we're going to give away tonight if we hit 1,500 likes. You know what happens when you hit the like button? The YouTube algorithm says, people love this. Let's show some more people. It pops out to them. They also come in here. They also hit the like button because guess what? We're awesome. and people like us. And if you don't hit the like button, your number one running back is not scoring a touchdown tomorrow. That's what's going to happen if you don't hit the like button right now. Let's go down to Cold Brew Samurai, becoming a member for the second straight month of Holden Chubb. What up, brothers? Need some help. Lost Pittman this week. Should I go A-Rob or Dotson or pick up Campbell? Not picking up Campbell. Again, I'm going to go A-Rob.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying this tonight, Kyle. Every single week, it seems like we have to come up with certain players. Last week, the two players that we said more than anyone else in start sits was A.J. Dillon and Kareem Hunt. Almost every time they came up, we found ourselves picking those players. They had great games. The way things are looking so far, it looks like Allen Robinson could be that name tonight. So we're going to need a big name from him for sure. Anthony Lee, I have Derek, Aaron Jones, Keenan, Gabriel, Kittle, Godwin. Who do I trade for so I can get a wide receiver? Anthony, those are such hard questions, man, because we really don't know what the rest of your league looks like. What you really need to do, if I'm looking at this, I mean, you don't have a ton of wide receiver depth because Keenan's injured and so is Godwin. Kittle is hurt, who's your tight end. You have Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones, but I don't know what other depth you have at running back. So honestly, given the information that's right here, I can't make any trade, suggestions to you. If anything, you need some help in your starting lineup. I mean, you also got Gabriel Davis, it looks like, who's injured right now. A lot of injuries. I don't know if you have enough pieces to really get anything back in return that's going to make a difference, because you don't want to sell Derrick Henry or Aaron Jones right now because they're the best players you got.
Jake, you ready? I'm going to rapid fire some questions your way.
First off, though, Lit Nick is out there, and he is already gifting memberships. Lit Nick has already gifted 5 memberships. Dude is an absolute when Lit Nick enters the chat, the people recognize it, Kyle.
He's
the people know that
legend
Lit Nick is here to party.
Community.
He is. He's become a legend.
All right, here we go. Ryan Gilbert with the 5 bomb. I need a receiver to replace Pittman, Bateman, Drake London, or DJ Chark.
This week, I'm going. This is really close between Chark and Bateman for me, if I'm being completely honest. I like Rashad Bateman this week, though, to try to maybe not get the big 50-yard touchdown, but that's going to be the guy that I think gets looked at in the red zone this week.
Trey McBurney becoming a member here of Holden Chubb. Trey, what's going on, baby? Welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation. Merksy, should I play Trey Lance, Tua, or Winston?
Right now, it's Tua for me with the weather, because we just don't know for sure. If we wake up tomorrow morning and the weather is 100% crystal clear, sunshine in San Francisco, I'll go the way of Trey Lance. If it's anything else and there's bad weather, I'm going to Tua.
Red Hulk, pick 2 in a PPR. Mooney, Kirk, or Lazard?
I want to see what kind of usage we get out of Lazard before I throw him into my lineup, so I'm going with Mooney and Kirk.
And then Dylan or Henderson in a PPR?
I like both. Give me right now. I think Darrell Henderson is a safer option, but the higher upside is still going to be A.J. Dillon. Give me A.J. Dillon.
Alex Rice becoming a member for the 17th
17
month. Alex, appreciate all of your support. Yo, Jake and Kyle, love the new content this season. Would you play McLaurin, DJ Moore, or Tony Pollard in place of Gabe Davis?
It was Pollard, and who else?
McLaurin, DJ Moore, or Tony Pollard?
Give me Terry McLaurin tomorrow. We need another big play touchdown out of Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin it is. Thanks, Headliners. Thanks, Alex. Ben Patinick gifting 5 Fantasy Headliners memberships. Appreciate you, Ben. Woo.
Ben and Litnick went at it last week.
Woo. Be careful, you two. Don't get into a gifted battle. Anthony Lee with the 5 bomb. Who can I get as RB2 with Jacobs and Waddle Higgins? I have Fournette as my RB1. It looks like it's another trade question here. And Anthony, kind of the same thing we said a few minutes ago. We don't know. We don't know the rest of your roster. We don't know your opponent's rosters. We don't know. We don't have enough information to tell you who you could go after. This is what I have to tell everybody that asks like this. Just talk to your league mates. Talk to them. Just say, hey, I'm looking at so-and-so. What would you want? That's the best way to make trades. Start a conversation.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing to really do here is obviously a lot of people love trades. That's why we started doing the Trade Target show on Friday to throw some names out there for people to start looking at. So if you haven't checked that video out, you may want to go over there, Anthony, and see if there's any names that may be available on that list that are in your league.
James with the 5.5 PPR. We need to pick 3. ETN, Hunt,
Yes.
Gabe Davis,
No.
Marquise Brown. So we need to set 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to set one person. Is it Gabe Davis?
Right now, it's got to be Gabe Davis just because we don't know his status and he's on Monday Night Football. So being that you don't have another option in that game, I think you're kind of stuck having to sit Gabe Davis this week.
Yo, 1,500 likes, and we're giving away an autographed Barry Sanders ball tonight from our friends at Pristine Auction. Hit that like button for us, Rodgers or Wentz at quarterback.
I like Carson Wentz a lot this week, and I don't know if I've said that in a long time.
All right, there you go, James. Appreciate it. Brandon Maddox with the 20 bomb in the super chat. Elijah Mitchell or Elijah Mitchell's out.
Yes.
Brandon, Elijah Mitchell's not even playing this week.
Maybe he means Elijah Moore.
Weeks. Isn't it like 5 to 7?
Huh?
Isn't he out like 5 to 7 weeks?
Yeah, maybe he means Elijah Moore and put Elijah Mitchell by accident.
Maybe. Okay, so let's just err on the side of caution.
Just
Elijah
in case.
Moore or Jahan Dotson. And
it's going to be Elijah. It's Elijah Moore for me. I love Jahan Dotson, but I'm not quite ready to start him yet.
And if it is Elijah Mitchell by any means, then it's
got to be Jahan Dotson. Yes.
And then in a standard format, Jacobs or Dillon.
Man, I love Josh Jacobs' matchup against Arizona, who couldn't stop anything right now. I think the safer option, the safer floor is A.J. Dillon, and probably where I go. If you're chasing points and need some upside, then maybe it goes Josh Jacobs and hopes he can have a big game against a lesser opponent.
JL Green tossing a 10 bomb out. Amazing, Jake and Kyle. Hey, guys, facing a conundrum and need your advice. Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
I'm almost positive I have Tom Brady higher, but I am looking here real quick. I have Tom Brady just a couple spots higher, but I don't have Tom Brady very high. I have him as my quarterback 16 right now. So he's still the guy that I have ranked the highest here.
Okay, Brady over Rodgers. And then Ravens or Saints defense?
Let me see here. Ravens or, oh man, that's two bad matchups right there. I'm going to, with as banged up as Baltimore is already, I'm going to have to go with the Saints and hope that they can get some turnovers there from Tom Brady and just hope that he tries to force the ball down the field a little bit too much.
Let it flow. Thanks, JL, for the 10 bomb. Esmada. Chark, Bateman, Julio, or McKenzie is wide receiver 2 in a PPR.
I think it's Chark if you want to gamble. If you want to play it a little bit safer, I'm probably still going Bateman.
Jimmy Ray Valentine wants to know how he can send us $50,000. I feel like there would be something attached to that. And I'll do a lot of things for money, but I don't know if I'll do what he wants me to do.
Would you get a tattoo on your butt cheek that said Tight End Whisperer?
Absolutely. At 10,000 members, I've already told people we would do that.
So he would have to gift a lot of members, is what you're saying.
Omar Barrientos, Ayuk or Jamal Williams for the flex.
It's going to be Brandon Ayuk. Unless the weather is absolutely... If the weather is similar to last week, then I'll consider Jamal Williams. If it's anything else, I'm going with Brandon Ayuk.
Over 1,300 people, and we need 1,500 likes to give away an autographed Barry Sanders ball tonight. Team Zero Gaming. Pick 2 starters. Cooks, Waddle, Connor, Deontay Johnson.
It doesn't say if it's PPR or not. Based off of just rankings, it's going to be Connor and Waddle for me in hopes that they can get those extra touches. I mean, not that I dislike Deontay or Cooks. I don't know if it's PPR or not. So give me Waddle and Connor.
Jake Stiller in a standard league got DJ Moore and Amari at wide receiver 2. You think I should consider Paris Campbell or Doolin as the starter this week?
If I had to choose one, I would probably go with Paris Campbell over Ashton Doolin and just hope that we can get some of that yak yardage from Paris Campbell, that maybe he gets a few of those short passes that he can make something happen with it. But it is Jake Slitter, by the way, and not Stiller.
Oh, did I read it wrong?
It's okay. That's why I'm here, Kyle.
And
that's why I need to make sure my name is on the screen.
We're at...
All Rise 99.
Wait, he must have sent 2 then because I just okay, yeah. All Rise 99. Pick one in a standard. Hollywood, Brown, Higgins, or Waddle.
Oh, that one is super tough because I like all of those guys. I'm probably going to lean towards Hollywood Brown because he has the clearest pass to the most targets. Higgins coming off injuries, sharing with Boyd and Chase. Waddle still has Hill, Edmonds, Gesicki. I'm going to go with Hollywood Brown and cross my fingers in a standard.
Chris just said, been with us since 2019, but never became a member. Is it time? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, if you're currently a member, let Chris know if it's time. Let Chris know if it's time to become a member.
Hashtag Chris in the chat.
Woo! Tom Paget with the 10 bomb. Full PPR, pick one. Jeff Williams Jr. I'm assuming that's Wilson?
Got to be Wilson.
Jeff Wilson Jr., Bateman, Dobbins, or Henderson. Pick one. Wilson, Bateman, Dobbins, or Henderson.
I'm probably going with Henderson because I like to flex those running backs.
And then the second question in a full PPR, pick two. Aaron Jones, Hunt, Jacobs, or Jeff Williams.
Okay,
Is
pretty
that
sure that's
Hunt
Jeff
and Jones?
It's Hunt and Jones for me, for sure.
There it
but
is.
it's still supposed to be Jeff Wilson, I think.
Anthony. It's EKE. Is it just Ek?
I don't know. Maybe he's feeling fancy and it's a K.
A K.
I don't know. I don't know.
Feeling fancy.
That's
My
right.
2 wide receiver ones are out with Allen and Pittman on my bench. Is it too soon to trade one of them? Yes, you don't trade anybody when they're hurt because you're never going to get anything decent for them.
Yep, exactly.
Never going to get anything decent for them. Do not trade them. That will just hurt you in the long run. Now I have Dotson and Boyd as my starters. Lamar, Eckler, and Saquon. Zach Ertz with DJ Chark at the flex. Just work that waiver wire this week, baby. Just work that waiver wire this week.
Yep.
Isaac Cordova becoming a new member here.
Isaac.
The exclusive Headliner Nation. Isaac's been around for quite a while. Welcome to the Holden Chubb tier. Johnny Camarina with the 5 bomb. A. Jones or Sanders in the flex.
Aaron Jones still. We're not giving up on Aaron Jones yet.
Kirk, Lazard, or Landry at wide receiver.
It doesn't say if it's
Doesn't
PPR
say.
or not. I'm going to go with Kirk because he's still going to see the volume and has a higher touchdown upside than Landry.
And then Albert, are you okay, or Hurst at wide receiver?
I mean, part of me wants to say Hayden Hurst, but I think they're both super equal this week. I'm probably going to
Higgins
lean.
would have been out, I would have said Hurst.
Exactly. I think it's a lot closer than people think, but I'm probably still going to shade towards Hurst a hair.
Yo, if we get to 1,000 likes, we're going to let it flow. So make sure you hit that like button so we can do that and get as many questions answered as possible. Ricky, Higgins or McLaurin?
I'll go with McLaurin there.
Julio Pena becoming a member for the 8th straight month. I lost Pittman for this week, so who do I replace him with from my bench? Cooks, Elijah Moore, Bateman, Dotson, or Robbie Anderson? Cooks, Elijah Moore, Bateman, Dotson, or Robbie Anderson?
I'm looking here. More Bateman. I'm probably going to gamble a little bit, and I'm still going to go with Rashad Bateman. I don't know if this is full PPR or not. If it's full PPR, I may go towards Elijah Moore. Everything else is Bateman.
All Rise 99. Pick one in a PPR. Stevenson, Thielen, Penny, or DPJ?
I'm going to go with Adam Thielen this week. I think that the defenses are going to have to start double teaming Justin Jefferson over the top and all that single coverage. He still got some red zone looks last week, so I'm going with Thielen.
Nathan Lusk with the 5 bomb. Out of these players, pick one per position. Thanks, guys, for the wide receiver 2. A-Rob, Landry, Boyd, Bateman, or Mooney? Wide receiver 2.
Who is Bateman?
Bateman. I just figured it was Bateman.
It is
A-Rob,
Bateman.
Landry, Boyd, Bateman, or Mooney?
Here we go again. I'm going to gamble and go with Allen Robinson.
For the flex, Kamara, Penny, Jay Wilson, or one of the wide receivers we left behind?
I mean, honestly, I'm not so sure that Alvin Kamara is going to play or hardly touch the ball at all this week. So that worries me right there. Plus, it's a super tough matchup. Penny, Wilson, or one of the wide receivers that you did not pick. Honestly, I may lean towards. I'm probably going to go once again and go towards Rashad Bateman.
Jacob, we have all day to watch college football. Now it's time to hang with the headliners.
Yeah.
Isaac Cordova, start one in a PPR. A.J. Dillon, Ayuk, Metcalf, or Miles Sanders?
Only one in a PPR.
Only one in a PPR.
I'm probably still going with A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon going to get you right around 15 to 18 touches this week.
Red Hulk, pick one in a PPR. Mooney, Woods, Jack M. What would Jack M be? Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
Or Lazard.
It's a PPR, but like I said, I want to see some Allen Lazard out there on the field first.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Myers, I know Mac Jones should be healthy to go. He could see some extra looks going his way. That defense looked pretty good in Pittsburgh, but no TJ Watt. I'm going to go with Darnell Mooney. I'm going with Mooney here out of this bunch.
Yo, we've got 1,400 people watching right now, and we only have 800 likes. We want to let it flow at 1,000 likes, and we had an autographed Barry Sanders football that we want to give away at 1,500 likes. Hit the like button right now, or your quarterback tomorrow is going to throw 2 interceptions. Ron Gutierrez. No, Gertiza.
Yeah.
Gertiza.
You added in like 16 letters.
My bad. Gertiza. Hey, Jake and Kyle. Need help on the flex and the running back too in a standard league. Flex, Higgins or Sutton?
Sutton.
And then running back 2, Edmonds, J-Rob, or Zeke?
He said, is this a PPR or not? It's a standard league. Oof. That changes things a little bit. In a standard league, I'm going to gamble. And as much as I hate it, I'll gamble, and I'm going to go with Zeke.
Mark, McDonald, Davis, and Pitt are out. Burks, Osborne, Campbell, or Shepard?
Out of those options, I'm going with Paris Campbell. Going to cross my fingers and hopes the guy can see right around 10 targets, hopefully, in that offense.
Bango Shanks becoming a member here on YouTube, joining the Hogan Chubb tier. Bango's been a member, a long-standing member of the Love Layer over on the gaming channel, which we have a little announcement about that later in the show. Stay tuned. Carlos Almonte, flex play, full PPR, Curtis Samuel, Drake London.
Full PPR makes this a little bit closer. Drake London, I love, but he's got a difficult matchup going up against the Rams this week. Curtis Samuel, I love Curtis Samuel, but it's so hard. Like, once you buy into Curtis Samuel, that's when he seems to break your heart, Kyle. And that's what has me a little bit worried, but he plays the Lions. You saw the Lions firsthand last week. Do you think that Curtis Samuel can eat underneath in that game?
Yep.
I kind of think he does. I mean, I'm worried that it could hurt a little bit, but in a full PPR, I'm going to lean towards Curtis Samuel.
That was Carlos. Matt Mason. Who to flex? Tyler Boyd, Darrell Henderson, Landry, or Damian Harris?
I'm going to go with Darrell Henderson there in that matchup.
Peasy became a member for the 10th month. Keep up the great work,
Not
guys.
Houston.
Peasy.
Atlanta.
Appreciate you.
What up, Peasy?
Crazy thinking Dorith over Bateman and Wilson Jr. over ETN?
Who is Dorith?
Dorith?
Peasy, who's Dorith? Dorith? I wonder if he's talking about Dortch in Arizona. Greg Dortch.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be what it is. Dorath. Unless he's like talking about some, Lord of the Rings guy or, Harry Potter or something. It's got to be Dortch.
That's not Harry Potter.
Whatever. I don't want to say that you're crazy because I know what you're going for there. But honestly, if it's still me with Zach Ertz still slightly healthier, I'm still going with Bateman. Actually, over ETN?
I'm going ETN over Jeff Wilson Jr. Listen, for everyone asking Jeff Wilson Jr. questions, we got not we because we didn't, but the community got, goaded into saying, oh, Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to be a thing last year when Elijah Moore or Elijah Mitchell went down. And look who it was. It was Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's going to get those significant running back touches. It's going to happen this week. I am not going Jeff Wilson Jr. I'm not doing it. If he pops off for 15 to 20 points on my bench, that's absolutely fine. because the chances of him popping off for 2 points is a lot higher.
Yeah, I have to agree. So for me, it's not crazy peasy, but I'm still going with Bateman and ETN.
Have a great night in Football Sunday, and shout out to the doc. We all got sources. I don't know what the doc's doing. Devin Broadman. I have to play 2 in a full point PPR. Zeke, ETN, CeeDee Lamb, and Christian Kirk. You guys are the real one. Devin, appreciate you. 2 out of Zeke, ETN, CeeDee Lamb, and Christian Kirk.
How much does it suck to have to sit CeeDee Lamb, Kyle? Because I don't know. I don't want to start Zeke and CeeDee Lamb. That's not going to happen. In a full PPR, it sounds so crazy to start Travis Etienne and Christian Kirk over Zeke and CeeDee Lamb. We're choosing to start 2 Jaguars over 2 Cowboys, and that sounds absolutely ridiculous in week 2. I still think it's the safer option. If you want to play, huh?
My bad.
What were you gonna say?
I didn't realize you weren't done talking.
I was not done talking yet. If you want to play it safer, it's Travis Etienne and Christian Kirk. If you want to gamble a little bit more, I'm going to keep Christian Kirk for that full point PPR upside and then pair him with Zeke if you want to gamble.
If y'all want to let it flow, we need 55 more likes on the stream. We're not even at 1,000 likes, and we've got over 1,400 people watching right now. You got to hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Who do I start at both wide receiver slots? Coming from Racing Boy 24H. Michael Thomas, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, Allen Robinson, or Cortland Sutton. This is probably the one area where I'm not going Allen Robinson because you've got plenty of good bets over him right here.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton as one of my options. And then the second one, I kind of want to go with DJ Moore. I kind of want to go with DJ Moore in hopes that they can kind of get him going in a game that, we didn't really see much from last week, but the targets were there. He was open. I'm going to go with DJ Moore and Cortland Sutton.
All right, Jake, we're going to fly through these a little bit quicker now because we're over 1,000 likes, and the people want us to let it flow. So rapid fire, Vince Dallas, start 2 in a full PPR. Ayuk, Bateman, Mooney, or Lamb?
Ayuk and Bateman. And if the weather is horrible, then I'm going to go with Bateman and Mooney.
James Smith becoming a member for the 12th month and a half PPR, 2 wide receivers. Lamb, Moore, Thielen, Landry.
Moore and Thielen for me.
2 quarterbacks, Burrow, or is it too cute to go Cousins and Wentz? So Burrow, Cousins, Wentz, pick 2.
It's going to be Burrow as one of them. I can't sit him. And then for the second one, give me Kirk Cousins as the second.
Short, fat dude with the 2 bomb. Pick 1 in a non-PPR. Julio, Cooper, or Chark. Much love.
Give me some Chark week this week right there.
Nick Wilby, Jarvis Landry, or Curtis Samuel for a full PPR league.
In a full PPR, Jarvis Landry may give you the safer floor, but it's a tougher matchup. I'm going to go with Curtis Samuel in a better matchup against Detroit.
Jeep and Jazz becoming a new member here on
what
YouTube.
Up, Jeep?
Joining the Holden Chubb Club. What is going on, Jeep and Jazz? Welcome to the exclusive Headliner Nation. Raphael also becoming a member of the exclusive Headliner Nation, joining the Holden Chubb
Damn
tier.
Ninja Turtle
Welcome
up in here.
in, Raphael. Tigran, would you go with Julio Jones, Duvernay, Watson, Shepard, or Burks?
If I could only choose one, I'm going to go with Julio Jones since we have no Chris Godwin in hopes that he kind of plays that Diet Debo role this week in a tough matchup. Give me Julio in that case.
Baby Cow, hey, y'all, if I were to trade Darrell Henderson, what running backs, wide receivers, tight ends could I realistically expect to get after week 2? Baby Cow, kind of the same thing that we've already told everybody else. We have no idea. We don't know what the rosters look like. We don't know what your rosters look like. It's really hard to tell at this point. Probably the best person to try and trade Darrell Henderson to is going to be the Cam Akers owner. The best thing you can do is reach out to every owner and say, hey, are you interested in Darrell Henderson? What would you be interested in giving up? Start the conversation that way so then you can begin talking. Unfortunately, we don't have enough information to say, hey, this is who you realistically could get. Yep. G the Allfather, 1 point PPR, pick 2 in the flex. Edmonds, Harris, J-Rob, or Samuel?
I have to pick 2 in the flex
and
in a PPR. It's going to be Chase Edmonds and Curtis Samuel.
CJ Whodat with the 5 bomb. Would you change my lineup? Starters: Burrow, Sutton, MT, and Ayuk. Henry, AJ Dillon, and Kareem Hunt. On the bench: Cam Akers, Jacoby Myers, Dotson, and Carr.
No, I am not changing that lineup.
Perfect. Drizzy P becoming a new member. Daichi becoming a new member. Both joining the exclusive Headliner Nation in the Holden Chubb Club. Johnny Camarena. Running back, Akers or Patterson?
I'm not starting Akers at all. So it's going to be Cordero Patterson with no Damian Williams.
Samuel or Elijah Moore at wide receiver?
Right now, it's going to be Curtis Samuel, slightly safer.
Shotgun J, Josh Jacobs, Jeff Wilson, or James Robinson in a half PPR?
It's going to be Josh Jacobs in a great matchup going up against Arizona.
Matt
Hang
Mason,
on. Hey, Anna, can you time out Luke Pereira? The dude just keeps spamming in the chat with a bunch of emojis. Just put him in timeout and let him be patient for a little bit.
Yep. Just a little timeout. You're not in trouble. Just go think about it. 10 bomb from Matt Mason. Mooney is on waivers in my one league. I feel bad for your league mates. Should I drop Drake London, Penny, or Damian Pierce to pick him up?
The other receivers are Cooks, Williams, Samuel, and Higgins. Who's Williams, do you think? Mike Williams? Maybe Mike Williams.
Oh, he said other receivers.
Receivers.
Mike Williams probably.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing that's Deebo Samuel. I don't know if it's Deebo Samuel or Curtis Samuel. So that's a problem. As of right now, without really knowing that, I don't think that you need the immediate help. So I'm not going to drop anybody for Mooney unless you're totally stacked at running back. I mean, Damian Pierce is going to take a while. But I'll probably just hold off right now. You're still pretty loaded.
Greg Repa, if AK is out in a half PPR, flex J-Rob, Olave, Boyd, or Ingram?
I mean, I'm not just going to be one of those plug and play guys with Ingram if Kamara is out because it's such a tough matchup going up against Tampa Bay. Boyd, we know that Higgins is back now. Olave, tough matchup. J-Rob, I'm probably going to go with J-Rob right now. It's a tough matchup for him as well going up against Indianapolis, but he has the highest upside for a touchdown. So give me J-Rob.
Ladies and gentlemen, tons of super chats coming in. We were trying to get caught up on some of those here real quick, and then we are going to let it flow. I would say we're probably 15 to 20 minutes behind on super chats right now. So stick with us. If you sent something, it's going to get answered. We're going to let it flow here in just a minute. K Chu, number one, traded Penny and Lazard for Waddle. Thoughts?
I'm totally fine with that. As long as you have, decent running back depth still.
2, I really want to play Thielen this week, but I have Gabriel Davis and Waddle. Tough choice.
No, with Gabriel Davis' injury, I'm going to put Thielen in for Gabe Davis now.
Cleveland or Denver defense?
I'm going to go with Denver against Houston, trying to bounce back at home.
Trey sent a gifted sub. Trey, appreciate you. Thanks so much for the support. Michael Biscay with the 5 bomb. Full PPR. Mixon is running back 1. Swift is running back 2, but worried about the injury and also need a flex. Jamal Williams, Patterson, Wilson, or Singletary?
Patterson's going to be my flex play there. And out of what is left, I'm still going to just kind of cross my fingers and hope that DeAndre Swift is good enough to give me 15 touches, because if he does, he'll be more than efficient enough to give me those points, and I'm going to continue to roll with Swift.
James Valdiva, full PPR, need a second running back and a flex out of Jacobs, Elliott, Carter, Robbie Anderson, and Renfro.
My running back's going to be Josh Jacobs against Arizona. Love that matchup. And your flex is going to be in a full PPR. If you want to play it safe, you go with Michael Carter. If you want to gamble more, it'll be Zeke.
Someone said the screen is black. My screen is not black.
My screen is not.
Okay. A. Lamar. Nope. John B. Hollywood, Julio, Hines, or Higbee at the flex.
I'm still going to go with Hollywood out of those options right now.
A. Lamar. My team is beep. Lamar, beep. Dalvin, Aaron, DJ Moore, Hollywood, Andrews, Etienne, and Edmonds. Standard, and all I got is Cooks on the bench. I'm panicking. That's not that bad of a team.
I scrolled, so I'm still trying to come back up to you.
Lamar, Dalvin, Aaron Jones, I assume. DJ Moore, Hollywood, Andrews, Etienne, and Edmonds.
Yeah, I love that team. I wouldn't be panicking at all. Not at all, Lamar. Just hang tight. You'll be all right.
Ass. You're just freaking out over week 1, which we've told you all week not to do.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out.
Jason Dale in a PPR start, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. So for our running backs, Chubb,
yes,
Gibson, Patterson, Harris, J-Rob. Pick 2.
Chubb is going to be 1.
Patterson, Harris, J-Rob.
Chubb is 1. Gibson is 2.
2 wide receivers, Metcalf, Duvernay, DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, and Myers.
It's going to be DJ Moore and Brandon Cooks.
And then 1 flex out of everybody.
Everybody that's left, if you want to play it safer, it's James Robinson. If you want to gamble, it's going to be Elijah Moore.
Kevin Pearn, B. Cooks, Deontay Johnson, or Cordero Patterson. One wide receiver and a flex, half PPR.
I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks and Deontay and Cordero Patterson as the flex.
Mitchell Adams with the 10 bomb. Hey, buddies, what's going on, Mitchell?
What up, Mitchell?
2 of 3 last week. Let's make it 3 of 3. Standard league. Quarterback 1, Jalen Hurts or Russell Wilson. Thanks.
I love me some Russell Wilson again here. Let me see, though. I have Hurts a couple spots higher. I have Hurts as quarterback 9 right now.
Allen Robinson or McLaurin and a full PPR from Ricky.
Super close. If you want to play it safer, it's McLaurin. You want to gamble a little bit, then it's Allen Robinson.
Luis Alcantara and a full PPR. Gentlemen, I have Cooks, Hunt, Jacobs, Hines, and Damian Harris. For the rest of the season, should I drop one to pick up Akers off of waivers or Kenneth Walker?
I mean, at this point, I'd almost rather own Kenneth Walker, but I don't think I want to drop. We're not dropping Dalvin Cook. We're not dropping Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs, Nyheim Hines, Damian Harris. I mean, I don't know if you're gaining much, so I'm probably just going to hang tight.
Dalton Hopper and Micah Gamble both joining the exclusive Headliner Nation in the Holden Chubb tier. Appreciate your support. Dalton and Micah, welcome in. Aaron Carlson, start A. Jones or Gibson in the flex.
I'm going to look at my rankings here again. Hang on. Aaron Jones and who was the other one, Kyle?
Gibson.
Gibby. I actually have Antonio Gibson slightly higher this week.
New England or Pittsburgh defense?
I mean, they play each other. Pittsburgh's got better offensive weapons, so give me the Pittsburgh defense.
I am God XX. Need a running back 1 and 2 in a flex. Henry, Hunt, Aaron Jones, and ETN. Pick 3 of the 4. So sit 1.
I'm going to sit. I don't like to do it, but I'm going to sit Travis Etienne and I got to ride my studs here in week 2.
Heavy CMC, Julio Jones, Duvernay, or Curtis Samuel in the flex.
It's going to be Curtis Samuel for me.
Anthony Lee with the 20 bomb says, thanks for the insight. Sorry for the bad, tough questions. Cheers. Love the content. Anthony, there's no reason to say that you're sorry. We appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Sorry we couldn't be of more help. Daichi, full PPR, need a running back 2 and a flex between Michael Carter, Patterson, Penny, or Komet. I'm
not going to flex a tight end.
I do all the time.
I mean, only not on camera very often though, Kyle.
Right now.
I only send you selfies of me flexing my tight end. For my running back 2 in a full PPR, it's going to be Michael Carter, and then the flex, I'm probably going to go with Cordero Patterson.
Sean Thomas, 111. Think Taysom Hill will get some more rush attempts with Kamara on the fronts. Think of rolling the dice and putting him at tight end. Damian Harris is back up.
I mean, so if that's the case, I don't know why Damian Harris could be a tight end for you unless it's the flex spot. I do think he takes over some of those rushing attempts, and I like the potential upside of Taysom Hill. So if it's a tight end spot, for sure, put Taysom Hill in there this week.
A 5 bomb from someone who doesn't have a name. Full PPR with Pittman out. Do I start Hines or Bateman or ETN at the flex?
With Pittman out, Hines or Bateman or ETN. I think if it's a full PPR, the safest option is going to be ETN. If you want to gamble more in the full PPR, it becomes Hines.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're probably about 15 minutes behind on Super Chats right now. We're trying to get a little bit more caught up so we can let it flow and answer as many questions out of the normal chat as possible. Apologize that we are running a little bit behind right now, but we are trying to get caught up. Ryan Davis, Gordon Claypool or Pollard in place of Gabe Davis, or pick up Paris Campbell.
I'm not going to pick up Paris Campbell. I'm probably going to roll with Gordon this week in hopes he gets some garbage time against Houston late.
Dylan Barber. Hey, guys, keep it up with the great content.
Is it Dylan or Dylan?
You know, I met somebody for the first time with the same names, but they pronounce it Dylan this week. So that's why I'm saying Dylan. Maybe it is Dylan. Who knows? It's
nowadays
Dylan or Dylan because I've met both. Need a wide receiver in a full PPR from Bateman, Julio, or pick up Jacoby Myers.
Bateman, Julio. I'm gonna roll with Rashad Bateman.
Cold Brew Samurai with the $2 donation. Appreciate you with the 2-bomb, baby. Jacob Jenkinson, full PPR. Need a wide receiver 2 into flex. Cooks, DJ Moore, Drake London, or Edmonds. One running back or one wide receiver and then one flex.
I'm probably saying if you want to play it safe, it's Cooks and Edmonds. To gamble a little bit more, it's Cooks and DJ Moore as your flex if you want to gamble.
Ed Miller with the 5-bomb and a half PPR. Need 2 wide receivers. Thielen, Higgins, Cooks, London, or Mooney.
Need 2 of them. Thielen's going to be one of them. If you rather play it safer, it's Brandon Cooks for your number 2. If you want to gamble a little bit more, then it becomes T. Higgins this week.
And then flex, pick 1. Hunt, J-Rob, Hines, or Wilson.
It's going to be Kareem Hunt almost every single week.
Shane Arnold joining the Holden Chubb Club for the 17th straight month. Shane, appreciate you. What up, boys? Love the content. You guys are the bomb. Been following you guys for a few years. Happy to choose to become a member. Best investment. Shane, appreciate you. Thanks so much for the support. Alex Rice, would you play Matt Ryan or Tua at quarterback in place of Dak this week?
Matt Ryan or Tua was the other one? Man, I got Matt Ryan super high this week. I have Ryan higher than Tua.
He said, thanks again for everything you guys do. Happy to finally catch another live stream. Shane Carter, Singletary, or James Robinson in a PPR?
Probably pretty close. The higher touchdown upside probably still sits with James Robinson, so give me him.
Anthony DeNicola becoming a member for the 2nd straight month of the excessive Chubb tier. Anthony, appreciate you. Who should I add in with Pittman out? Claypool in the flex spot, moved him up, but do you suggest Claypool, Chark, James Robinson, Jamal Williams, or Greg Dortch?
I'm going to go with DJ Chark this week. I'm looking for Chark week this week.
Fill in the blank. Guys, what's the top 3 offenses to use players from this week for a DFS perspective?
I mean, I don't know how you could ever really say that Buffalo shouldn't be involved in that mix. So give me Buffalo as one going up against Tennessee. Hold on, I'm looking here. I still like Minnesota this week going up against Philadelphia. They kind of got torched late by Detroit last week. And then maybe for something that's not getting a whole lot of love, Las Vegas going against Arizona.
Brent Shin with the 10-bomb. With Pittman out, I got to choose between London and Dotson in a PPR.
Dotson still doesn't get the amount of targets that London does. London has the more difficult matchup, but should get more looks. So give me London this week.
And he says, rank these guys if Swift is out. Jamal Williams, Dillon, and Hunt. Also a PPR.
I'm still going to put Dillon and Hunt ahead of Jamal Williams if Swift is out because I think they throw the ball a little bit more. Give me in this order. I'm going Dillon, Hunt, and then Williams.
Thank you guys for always coming in clutch. Brent, appreciate you. Prime Time, becoming a new member, joining Holden Chubb. Prime Time, appreciate you. Ray Foltz, real important. TP, flap over or under?
It's over. It's got to be on the top.
Colwyn Porter in a full PPR, Elijah Moore or Curtis Samuel?
Right now, I'm still going to go with Curtis Samuel, slightly safer bet.
Queen B73 becoming a member for the 2nd straight month. Appreciate you, Queen. Full PPR, flex, Hines, or Bateman?
Bateman be slightly safer. If you're chasing upside, need some added boost, some higher risk, and then it becomes Hines.
Queen B also, and for anybody that's a member out there, our flex rankings do not reflect Pittman being out. Those were posted before Pittman was ruled out, just so everybody is aware.
Yes.
Lit Nick. I'd go to war with Ben Patinick. We gift war together against the evil of the world. Side note, Ayuk or Bateman for the flex.
If the weather is great, it's Ayuk. Doesn't look like it's going to be, so then it would become Bateman.
Nobody go anywhere. We're going to be letting it flow in just a minute.
I got the helmet ready.
Lazor Bolton becoming a member for the 2nd month. Thanks for my league win last year. Should I drop Stevenson and pick up Christian Kirk to fill my wide receiver 2 for Davis and Pittman, or just relax and start DJ? Or just start DJ Moore. We're not dropping Stevenson.
Yep, not yet.
Nope. We don't need to know if it's full PPR or anything. We are not dropping him.
Not
KB
yet.
with the 10-bomb. Hey guys, pick one for the flex, half-point PPR. Freiermuth, Landry, Cooper, or Higgins?
For me, that's where I gamble, and I'm going to go with Higgins there.
All right, mini flow here, Jake. Anthony Denicola. Who should I put in pick? Who should I put in? Pick 2. DJ Chark, Claypool, or James Robinson?
It's going to be DJ Chark and James Robinson.
Devin Collier. Start 2 wide receivers out of Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, Adam Thielen, CeeDee Lamb.
Right now sounds crazy, but it's going to have to be Christian Kirk and Adam Thielen.
Flex Kamara or one of the other options?
Pay attention because Kamara may not even play. He could be a scratch to pay attention. And if he doesn't, obviously, then you're going to go with CeeDee Lamb. If he's active, I probably still go with CeeDee Lamb just to be safe.
Michael Dudley, pick 2 in a PPR. Curtis Samuel, Kirk Cousins, Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, Moore, or Hunt. Pick 2, full PPR.
Ton of great options right there. Kareem Hunt is going to be one, and Darrell Henderson the other.
Alex Muatani, full PPR. Wide receiver 2 is Pittman. Plug Davis in, but now he's questionable. So should I plug in Elijah Moore or pick up Isaiah McKenzie from waivers? That's Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
Ryan Ramey, Lenny or Gibson tomorrow? That's Leonard Fournette.
That's gonna be Leonard Fournette for me.
Waddle or London?
Waddle.
Colin Casey, Pittman out. Wilson Jr., Ayuk, or Damian Harris or Jacoby Myers in a full PPR.
If the weather is good, it's Ayuk in San Francisco. If the weather is bad, then I'm going to go to Damian Harris.
He also has Damian Pierce and Breece Hall on the bench.
Not considering them yet this week.
Ashton Lancaster, pick 2 in a full PPR. Hollywood Brown, Waddle, or Judy?
In a full PPR, give me Hollywood Brown and Jerry Judy.
Leandre Nicholson, Kirk Cousins, or Trey Lance in a full PPR? Right. Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, right now it's going to be Kirk Cousins because we don't know about the weather in San Francisco.
Shane Arnold dropping a 20 bomb in the chat. Appreciate you. Had to make a dono in a tough spot because of matchups. Half PPR. Started Palmer in my wide receiver 4 spot. Okay. Needs 3 wide receivers and 2 flex. So out of Mooney, Cooks, Lazard, Campbell, Lockett, and Dotson, we need to pick 3. Mooney, Cooks for sure.
Yep, those are the 2 for sure. So it's between Lazard, Campbell, Lockett, and Dotson for the last spot. All of them are going to be gambles. Here, because it's so many options, I'm going to go with Paris Campbell and hope for the high upside.
And then he needs to pick 2 flex. All of those people, and then Jacobs and Penny.
Give me Jacobs and Penny, the 2 running backs with touches in the flex spot.
Appreciate it, Shane. Kevin Ashton, super flex, full PPR. Mayfield or Ayuk?
So for the super flex, not starting Baker Mayfield, going with Ayuk. If the weather is good, I'll go with Ayuk, but I don't think it's going to be. And I think you're going to end up going with Baker and then Schultz or Knox. I think Schultz still gets peppered with targets. They may not be as quality as they were before, but I'm still going with Dalton Schultz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to let it flow now. We'll get back to the super chats in just a minute. There are quite a few, but everybody gets a little loving in these live streams. I think it's time we share the love a little bit with everybody. So let's go ahead and do that right now and let it flow. And then we will get back to the super chats shortly afterwards. If you sent a super chat, do not go anywhere. We will get to it. We do not miss super chats, but we got to get into the chat and start answering some of these questions.
Short questions, Kyle. We need short questions in the chat.
Short questions. We're going to roll through it as quickly as possible. If you've never seen this segment coming up right now, you have missed out your entire life, and you're about ready to feel a sensation that you've only felt one other time. Unless you're a virgin, then you've never felt it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to let it flow. Get ready. Get close to your screen. Start typing the questions. The greatest segment in the fantasy football industry today. 3, 2, 1. Let it flow.
All right, Neil McKee, you got Meyer or the Lizard King? I'm still going to go with Jacoby Myers until we see what's going on there with Alan Lazard. Trade Singletary for Dobbins. Yes, I would do that second half of the year. You could have yourself a high upside running back in Dobbins. What is Let It Flow? Kyle G, where have you been the last 3 years of your life? You're absolutely been missing out. Steven Hernandez, Edmonds or Dobbins in a full PPR, not starting Dobbins yet, still going to be Chase Edmonds. Alex Rice, Letting It Flow, favorite type of wings? I'm still a Buffalo type of guy. I want Buffalo and I want ranch on my wings, and I want some right now. DK Metcalf or Landry in a half PPR, being that, Landry saw so much volume, I think he's the safer option. DK more of a gamble if you're willing to risk it and need that higher upside. Hurst or Kittle if he plays, I'm probably going to go with Hurst and just be a little bit safer this week. DJ Moore or Campbell. It's DJ Moore, Hollywood Brown or Bateman. Don't know if this is standard or PPR for Elijah Barianga, but as of right now, I'm probably going to go with Hollywood Brown in hopes that they put up some points against Las Vegas. Dotson or Robinson the second. That's Allen Robinson. Give me Allen Robinson there. Lance or Hurts. Right now, I got Hurts higher. Thielen or Thomas. It's Thielen. Wilson, Pollard, or Damian Harris in a full PPR. I think that's probably Garrett Wilson, Wendy's McNuggets. If that's Garrett Wilson, that'll be my choice. Anything else other than Garrett Wilson, then it's going, maybe it's Jeff Wilson. I don't know which Wilson this is, so I'm going to go with Damian Harris to be safer. Canteen St. James. Sit one out of Henderson, Waddle, and Kamara. Right now it's Kamara because he may not even play. A-Rob or Bateman, still A-Rob. We got Edmonds, Carter, or Bateman for a full PPR flex. If I only get one, playing it safe, it's going to be Edmonds. Gambling a little bit more, that's where we go. Rashad Bateman. Godwin or Bateman rest of season, still going to be Rashad Bateman for me as well. Kareem Hunt or Darrell Henderson in the flex, it's Kareem Hunt. Taysom Hill or Logan Thomas, give me Taysom Hill. Jeff Wilson. Oh, it's Jeff Wilson. Wendy's. How did I possibly see Wendy's again? Not going to go with Jeff Wilson this week, though. We got Derek Carr or Lamar. Oh, that one is super close. Hang on. I'm letting it flow, but I got to pull up rankings because I got, where's it at? It's Lamar still. It's still Lamar for me, but I got Derek Carr high this week. I'm expecting big game for him. Kamara or Thielen is still Thielen for me because we don't know the status of Kamara totally. Brady or Cousins is Cousins. Start DK or Amon Ra. Give me the sun god, Amon Ra. We have Kamara and D. Smith for Aaron Jones and Kittle. So a trade question. Give me the Aaron Jones, George Kittle side as of right now. Breece Hall or James Robinson in a half PPR. Still James Robinson until we see more opportunities. And I mean, we're seeing a lot of pass catching opportunities for Breece Hall, but they're not going anywhere. So we need to see more production. How fair is this trade? My Lamb and Stevenson for Dylan and D-Hop. Honestly, if you're fine at wide receiver and you can wait a little bit, I don't mind that because D-Hops could have a huge second half of the season. Mark Andrews or Waller, it's going to be Mark Andrews. It's the same question. Knox or Howard, it's going to be Knox, but barely. Waddle, Hunt, or J-Rob, and we did that one. We got Boyd or London in a full PPR. Probably still going to go with Tyler Boyd in case T. Higgins doesn't see a full workload. Pick two out of Henderson, Hunt, and Patterson. It's going to be Henderson and Hunt. Allen Robinson or Curtis Samuel. If you want to play it safe, it's Curtis Samuel, Abdullah Ali. Otherwise, if you want to gamble a bit, then it's Allen Robinson. Chark or Samuel in a full PPR. Full PPR, Samuel's probably safer, but I don't mind the big play upside of DJ Chark this week if you want to gamble there either. How about Ramondre or Higgins in a PPR? It's still going to be Higgins there. Thomas or Ayuk half PPR. Ayuk's probably going to have bad weather. Give me Thomas. Campbell or Ayuk in a half PPR. Ayuk with the bad weather again. Give me Campbell. Why don't you get a bigger helmet? Because K2, if I had a bigger helmet, the knowledge wouldn't be shoved out of the one that I currently have on. There's an entire process to this, K. Don't worry about it. We've done extensive research. Full PPR, Sutton or AJ Dillon. I think AJ Dillon is still safer. Higher upside could be Cortland Sutton. If it's my team, I'm going with Dillon. Penn Station or Jersey Mike's. I've only had Penn Station one time, and it was damn delicious. So I'm going to say Penn Station. Should I trade Michael Carter for DeAndre Hopkins? If you really don't need that running back depth and you need some help at wide receiver second half of the year, then I don't hate that whatsoever because Breece Hall going to get more touches as the season goes on. Cam Akers or Breece Hall. This week it's going to be Breece Hall. Full PPR, Najee or Edmonds. Najee is a very, 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 very risky start this week. If you want to take that risk, you need to assume that going into the game because it could be bad for Najee Harris this week. The safer option still Chase Edmonds. We have Sanders or DK in the flex. That's Miles Sanders probably. Give me Miles Sanders. PPR flex play Henderson or Gibson. Right now I have Gibson higher. The Penn Station Reuben Rocks. I haven't had the Reuben there, but the sandwiches were pretty good. Tunyon or Kittle in a full PPR. Still going to be Tunyon this week. Bateman, Ayuk, or Dotson in a half PPR. It would be Ayuk if the weather is clear, but it's going to be Rashad Bateman because the weather is not clear as of right now. Penny or Najee Harris. Man, I hate to say Penny, but right now he is a lot safer than Najee Harris. For tight end Hurst or OJ Howard, it's Hurst. I'm going to keep it going here for another 10-15 seconds. So here we go. We got Stafford or Carr. Right now I have Carr higher. Najee, Kirk, or Lazard, full PPR flex. Full PPR flex. Kirk becomes a lot safer in that scenario. We have a full PPR flex, Judy or Landry. Still going to go with Judy for the touchdown upside. But we got Julio Jones or Brandon Ayuk. Right now it's Julio Jones. Hunt or Gibson. I have Gibson higher. We have Ertz or Freiermuth in a full PPR. Full PPR, Freiermuth has a lot more value. The touchdown upside to Ertz, so give me Ertz here this week. Hollywood or CD, give me Hollywood. Herbert or Monty. If that's Khalil Herbert, give me David Montgomery this week.
All right, I'm gonna semi let it flow through some of the super chats here. Green Ranger, Headliner Nation, pick a flex. Marvin Jones, Pierce, Knox, Olave, or Campbell. There's nobody here that super excites me, so I'll take the guaranteed touches. Well, not guaranteed, but as many touches you can get from the running back, Dameon Pierce. FBA 7B1, Allen Robinson versus Curtis Samuel versus Drake London in the flex in a full PPR. We've talked about this a lot tonight. If you're willing to take the risk for the upside, it's Allen Robinson for me. If you're wanting to be a little bit safer, I think Curtis Samuel in a full PPR gives you that. The show, Hunt or Bateman, flex in a full PPR. Give me Hunt. Red Hulk with the 5-bomb. Jake, I need 2 of those grilled cheeseburgers.
Dude, so good.
Sent up 95 to Maryland. Mayo and extra onions. Thanks, Big Dog. VW
so
fan.
Good.
What up, V-Dubs? In a full PPR, pick one. Gabe Davis, Brandon Ayuk, or Miles Sanders. It's definitely going to be Brandon Ayuk for me. Definitely want to take that upside. Now, if the weather ends up being really bad tomorrow, check it tomorrow morning. Then I will switch over to Miles Sanders, even though I don't love it. Golf and Crypto with the 5-bomb. I think Kamara isn't going to play. I need a replacement. Breece Hall or Ramondre Stevenson. There was a comment this week about wanting to get Ramondre Stevenson going a little bit more in the passing game. I'm going to risk it thinking that they get him going this week. Ramondre Stevenson barely over Breece Hall. Johnny Camarina becoming a new member. Welcome to Holden Chubb. Johnny, appreciate you joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Shane Arnold, let's go Headliner Nation. Smash that like button. We've got over 1,500 people watching right now. If every single one of you hit the like button, we would give away a Barry Sanders autographed football. Anthony Denicola, do I bench Gabe Davis? He's playing because he's playing Monday, and should George Kittle or OJ Howard? So if you've got Gabe Davis in the flex, I'd be interested because I don't want to flex a tight end. Which Discount Tony Stark says, PSA, do not play tight end as your flex. We typically tell that to everybody. I don't want to play a tight end as my flex, and George Kittle's going to pop. George Kittle's probably not going to play this week again either. OJ Howard in your flex is a little too risky for me. Now, OJ Howard is a tight end. I don't mind it. I like the upside of a touchdown there, but I am worried about volume for him still. So for me, if you're Gabe Davis, try to find yourself somebody else that you could toss in. Rocky Road Warrior, what's up, guys? Start Taysom Hill if Kamara is out. I'm okay with it, but you probably have to start him at tight end, so you wouldn't be starting him as a running back. Need 5 in a full PPR. Brandon Cooks, Paris Campbell, Gage, Dotson, Chubb, Dillon, Hunt, A.J. Brown. I got Pittman out. Chubb, Dillon, Hunt, A.J. Brown, Brandon Cooks. Lee Craig, Zeke, or Cordero Patterson in a PPR. Since it is a full PPR, going Patterson. James McIntosh, OJ Howard, or Taysom in a full PPR. If Alvin Kamara is out, I'll absolutely lock in Taysom Hill. I actually have him a little bit higher anyway than OJ Howard right now, so Taysom Hill for me at the tight end position. King Prell, Tom or Stafford? I've got Stafford higher, I think.
What was it, Tom Brady or Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I have to look.
I have Stafford higher.
Okay. Yes, I do as well. And then New England or New York Giants defense. Got to look at that too.
I'm probably going with the Giants defense against Carolina.
Yes. Yep, go with that. And then Ertz or George Kittle. Did they say Kittle was going to play this week?
I mean, there's a chance that he could, but let me see if I get any updates on it.
I thought it was a slim chance.
Yeah. If it is, it's not going to be a full go. So
Zach Ertz for me.
I'm going to go with Ertz.
Omar Rubio. 10 PPR? You
10 team, maybe?
10-team PPR? You don't get 10 points per reception, please.
No.
Sit Lamb, 2 wide receivers, Sutton, Davis, Ayuk, or Christian Kirk. If you're wanting to sit Lamb, then I'm going with Sutton and Ayuk there. Double check the weather. If it ends up being really, really bad, then go with Christian Kirk instead. Pito Bravek. Pick 3, Lamb, Kirk, A-Rob, Cooks, and DJ Moore. DJ Moore.
Yep.
A-Rob to throw in a little bit of upside / risk.
Okay.
And then if you want to be safer, go with Cooks. If you want more upside, go with Lamb. The reason I say that is because Lamb could pop off for a big play, but his floor is really low, not knowing what that offense is going to be like this week.
Exactly.
Small Z. Full PPR, need a flex. Jacobs, Thielen, Bateman, Penny, Olave, or Curtis Samuel. Jacobs barely over Penny this week for me.
I agree.
Eduardo becoming
What
a
up,
member for the
Eduardo?
12th month and a half PPR. Need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Gabriel Davis, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Boyd, Traylon Burks, DJ Chark, Tyler Lockett, Ramondre Stevenson. So none of those wide receivers jump out to me outside of Brandon Cooks. So he's my wide receiver 2. I'll go Ramondre Stevenson as the flex. Danny and Greg, thanks for all the great info each week. Need 2 for the flex and a full PPR from Terry McLaurin, Rashad Bateman, Chase Edmonds, and Deontay Johnson. If you want upside, I'm going McLaurin and Bateman. If you want a little upside in safety, then it's McLaurin and Edmonds. That's what I would do.
They're all super close, though.
Yes, very close. Blake Clark becoming a new member of Excessive Chubb. Blake, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation. Alejandro, what's up, headliners? Who to flex in a half PPR, Henderson or T. Higgins? I'm going to go with Hendo this week over T. Higgins. Higgins missing all week of practice. That offense was a little rusty last week. T. Higgins for me is still a start in most cases now that we know he's playing. But if there's someone I could play that might be a little bit safer over him, I might take that. Started Juju and have Hollywood as the other wide receiver in the lineup. Running back 2, Mixon and Fournette. That's the route that I would go. Bradley Davis becoming a member for the 15th straight month. Bradley, appreciate you. In a half PPR, pick 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex. So we've got Akers,
No.
Singletary, and Swift.
And we have to pick 2 of them.
Akers over Singletary.
No, I'm not starting Cam Akers at all until I see him get touches.
Okay, so we're still okay with going Singletary.
I mean, it's kind of one of those situations you said earlier. I would rather Akers blow up on my bench, and then at least I know going forward he's going to get touches before just risking it with him getting nothing.
All right, so let's go Singletary and let's go Swift at your running back position. Your 2 wide receivers. He's got Khalil Herbert too, but I'm not going to start Khalil.
No.
All right. Deontay Johnson, Mooney, Chark, and Claypool plus Devontae Smith. It's Deontay Johnson and Mooney for me. And then you need 2 flex positions. Oh, Drake is Kenyon Drake.
Still not going to.
Claypool and Chark then at the flex and sit Akers. And see, this is the one area where I might be willing to risk some Akers. Just because nobody there at wide receiver like uber excites me. It would be risky to start Akers right now.
I can't do it. I just will not.
Yeah, it just depends on how risky you want to be.
I do not want to be risky with him.
Singletary and Swift, Deontay Johnson and Mooney, and then I would, if you want to be safe, go Chark and Claypool. If you want to be a little bit more risky, then do like Claypool and Akers and see what happens. But that's what I would do.
That's risk.
Michael Bryan, Najee's injury is a bit concerning. Should I start him or Breece Hall for my RB2?
I don't know if Breece Hall is going to be that much safer. He got 10 targets last week, which is great, but production-wise, not that great. Yeah. That's probably just one of those situations where I still roll out Najee.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're asking about how to connect Discord, if you become a member here on YouTube, you have
Anna
to
just put it in the chat.
YouTube and Discord. Anna just put it in the chat and tagged Kyle G. So use that as your instructions on how to get into our Discord. Taylor, 954. Nope. Joe Lopez, need a running back 2 and a flex. Gibson or Swift? I've got Swift higher than Gibson still, even with the injury, even with the line. They're still trying to establish the run. I'm going to go with Swift. Whoever I don't start, should I flex them over Deontay Johnson? Jake, Gibson over Deontay?
I do that. I'd rather flex the running back.
All right, let's do that then. Taylor 954. Would you pick St. Brown or Hunt for your flex in a full PPR? They both rank number 16. I mean, I'm going with the running back in Hunt.
Yeah.
But who are your wide receivers that you don't even get to start Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Yep. I mean, I think Hunt is still safer. Amon-Ra, the higher upside gamble.
Swolverine becoming a member of Holden Chubb here on YouTube. Swolverine, appreciate you. The Chase, Allen and Pity City. What? Is he talking about Keenan Allen and Pittman?
Is that what it is?
I guess so. Need 2 wide receivers in a flex in a full PPR. Kirk, Mooney, Montgomery, Hunt, Waddle, Cooks. Hunt is your flex.
Hunt is your flex, and then I got probably Waddle and Cooks as my 2 wide receivers.
Waddle and Cooks would be my 2 wide receivers.
Yep.
If you wanted more upside than Waddle and Mooney, but
Yes.
I'm still leaning toward Cooks for some safety there.
Yep.
Ben Coningsburg, my team, Lamar, Henry, Mixon, Amon-Ra, Curtis Samuel, TJ, Josh Jacobs versus David. Oh, David's the guy that we told to suck it, I think, a couple
Oh, is that what it is?
Hurts,
Suck it, David.
Cook, Kamara, Evans, Tunyon, Henderson. Who wins? P.S. David is a noob. Hey, David.
David, you're a noob.
Suck it, David.
Suck it, David.
Suck it, David. Just for you, Ben. Show that to him. Kent Deichel, I love Headliner Nation. My mom's
Did you even
junior
answer his
anniversary is
question?
coming up, and I need to take a break from the Discord. Have gotten support from the nation. Love and appreciate you all. All right, Kent. Have a good one. We'll be here when you get back.
Absolutely. Did you ever answer Ben's question? Or did you just tell David to suck it?
He said who wins, and I told Davis to suck it. So that
Oh,
means he wins.
okay. So that's what it is. I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
if I thought Ben was going to lose, I would have told Ben to suck it.
I got you.
But I would never tell Ben to suck it.
Anyway,
Discount
carry on.
Tony Stark and Christopher Erndal becoming new members here on the channel of Holden Chubb. Welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation, fellas. Leader TV, Adam Thielen or DK is my wide receiver 2. And thoughts of Taysom Hill if Kittle doesn't play. Taysom Hill, I think, is a solid start at tight end this week. Adam Thielen or DK Metcalf, if you want some upside, it's Adam Thielen for me.
Yep.
Austin Eckhart becoming a new member of Holden Chubb. Appreciate you. Swolverine with the 20 bomb. PPR need a flex since Davis went down. Amari Cooper, Bateman, or Michael Carter.
I think
Bateman
the safer play is Carter, but if it's me, I'm going with Bateman.
Yeah, a little bit more upside because it's a PPR for me. Ben Coningsburg, David, 0.5. He has Hollywood also as a wide receiver too. You rock. Ben, don't worry about it. I already told David to suck it. You're good.
Yeah, he's
Patrick
still sucking
Schuster, flex Allen Robinson or Melvin Gordon. I'll risk it. Give me the upside of A-Rob.
Yep, me too.
Omar Rubio. Trade Dylan or Aaron Jones +1 for Chase or Debo. Other running back are Taylor, Edmonds, Penny, Henderson, Jamal Williams. My wide receiver 2 was Lamb. Sutton, wide receiver 2. Wide receiver 1 was Lamb. Sutton was wide receiver 2. If I'm chasing anyone, it's Chase. Do you trade Dylan or Aaron Jones? If you had to trade one right now.
It really depends what that other +1 is for me too. I mean, if I had to choose one between Dylan or Jones right now, I think I love Aaron Jones ceiling every single week, but I think Dylan is the safer option. And with the options that you have after Jonathan Taylor, there's a lot of risk there at running back. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to trade either one of those guys, but I see where your need is at. I'd probably hold on to Aaron Jones and cross my fingers.
Pete Wheeler, 72, pick 2 in a standard league. T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, Curtis Samuel. If I have to pick 2 in a standard league, I'm going to go with, honestly, this is where I go back to T. Higgins here because it is standard. So I'm going to go Deontay Johnson and T. Higgins over Curtis Samuel.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Also for the flex, ETN, Wilson, or London. I'm going to go ETN in the flex.
ETN, yep.
Lee Craig, Zeke, or Cordero Patterson in a PPR. That's CPAT for me.
Yep, me too.
King Divine, who should I start at the flex? Damian Harris, Ertz, or Landry? If it's full PPR, I'm going to go Landry. If it's anything less, I am going to go with Damian Harris, and hopefully he finds the end zone.
Yep.
James Smith, thanks, guys. And a half PPR, 1 running back and 1 flex. Lamb, Wilson, or Dillon. I'm going to go with Lamb and Dillon. I do not want to start with Justin or Justin or James or Jeff or Jacob.
Anybody else whose names start
Jerry,
with a J.
Or anybody that's Jay Wilson. I'm not starting him.
You just named every J name except for Jake, by the way.
Well, because it's the best one. I didn't think I needed to say it.
That's why I employ you, Kyle.
Dean of Deans. Mega trade this week. I gave Lamar, Henry, Henderson, and Godwin for Jay Jetta and A-Rod. On the surface, I don't like that.
Is that Aaron Rodgers?
I would believe so,
Lord.
since he traded Lamar. On the surface, I'm going to be honest, I hate that trade. On the very top surface, I hate that trade. Now, he says his lineup is Lance, Lenny, Miles Sanders, JJ, St. Brown, and Kittle. Flex, I'm stuck with Robbie or Drake London. D-Hop, I have stashed. I'm going to be honest, Dean, and somebody mentioned last week, they're going to be like, well, they're never going to tell you your team sucks, or they're never going to tell you your trade sucks. Dean, that was an awful trade. That was an absolutely awful trade. Lamar is much higher than Trey Lance. I love Trey Lance, too, by the way.
Yep.
You have Godwin, who you could have stashed along with D-Hop. Yes, you added Justin Jefferson, but now you made Miles Sanders your RB2.
Yeah. That's a problem for me.
That's a huge problem because you reacted. You reacted to the huge blow up from Justin Jefferson last week, which he's amazing. It absolutely makes sense. But if you would have just stayed the course with your team, you would have had guys like Godwin and DeAndre Hopkins who you could have put in at wide receiver 2 later in the season. So yeah, I think it was a bad trade.
Not a big fan.
Not
a big, because it just hurts your running back depth too much. Losing Henry and Henderson, I just don't know if I could have done that. I don't know if I could have done that.
Says JJ might be worth that. Yeah, he's worth it, but I don't think it was good for your team.
When you look at the overall lineup, I don't think okay, so you included Aaron Rodgers, but if you're starting Trey Lance, Aaron Rodgers was like a worthless piece to that trade.
Yeah.
So
didn't answer my super chat. I have said multiple times we're probably about 10 minutes behind on super chats. If you have sent it and we have not read it, it's because we haven't gotten to it, not because we skipped you. So just stick around. Aaron Northcutt. With all that being said, Dina Deans, appreciate the 10 bomb. Sorry that we had to slice.
But we're gonna be honest about it.
Yeah, we're gonna be honest. We're not gonna screw you guys over. We're not gonna just kiss the backside because you sent a super chat. Should I pick up Jamison Crowder for insurance for Gabe Davis, or do I just go ahead and put in Jamal Williams, Jahan Dotson, or Breece Hall in a half-point PPR? If you want the upside, it's probably Jahan Dotson.
Mm-hmm.
If DeAndre Swift were to miss for some reason, which it doesn't seem like he's trending towards that, but if he were, then it's Jamal Williams. If you want to be safe, go Breece Hall.
Yeah. That's I would agree with that.
Ryan Vogel gifting 5 memberships. That tells you how far behind we are because that came through well before we did Let It Flow.
Yeah. But we haven't stopped talking since we went live, so we're going there.
We're getting all of it. Dennis Hufford, welcome to Holden Chubb, becoming a new member. Appreciate you joining the exclusive Headliner Nation. Carmelo, Messina, Brady or Wentz. We discussed this earlier. It's Wentz right now, right?
Yep, it's Wentz still.
Also, Hill or Knox at tight end. I'm going to go with Hill at tight end.
Yep.
Alejandro, becoming a new member. Welcome to Holden Chubb here, the exclusive Headliner Nation. Pucks 2 times. Curtis Samuel, Stevenson, Ayuk, Myers, and a PPR. Pick 1. If the weather ends up being okay, it's Ayuk. If things go crazy, it's Curtis Samuel.
Yep, agreed.
Carlos Davila, Darrell Henderson, or Jeff Wilson in a full PPR. We're not starting Wilson. It's Darrell Henderson for me.
Yep.
Isaac Cordova, Kamara. I just want to remind everybody watching right now that at one point last season when Elijah Mitchell went down, everybody and their mother ran to grab Jeff Wilson and said that this was the next guy up. Huge things were going to happen. And then Deebo Samuel shat on all of your takes.
Yep.
I said shat, so it's not a cuss word. Listen.
Exactly. Good job.
Do not get caught up in next man syndrome with the San Francisco 49ers. It doesn't work like that. Deebo Samuel, for those of you that are like, oh, he's not going to get the same touches, he doesn't want to play. If you hadn't heard, his new contract stipulates that he gets bonuses for being able to run the football. He is going to get touches out of the backfield. The significant touches in the red zone, that's what he got. E-Man, it doesn't matter that Jeff Wilson got hurt. He didn't do anything before that either.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything before that either. Deebo's going to be the guy. If Jeff Wilson gets you 10 points, okay, great.
And I'm still looking at the running backs, the rookie running backs in that backfield too. TD Price, they could activate him. He could be a piece this week too.
Yeah, I'm not risking it. I would rather set Jeff Wilson and watch him get 20 points on my bench to know exactly what's that going to look like instead of throwing him in there and potentially losing because you decided to get cute with it.
Yeah.
That's my concern with it.
Yep.
We're 200 likes away from getting an autographed Barry Sanders football away, so continue to hit that like button. Isaac Cordova, Kamara, Jacobs, Sanders, Wilson, Dylan. Need to. Dylan, do we go Jacobs just to be safe over Kamara?
I do. Going up against Arizona, I do. Land Destroy, did I take Kyle to Filiberto's in Arizona? Yes, I did.
It was delicious.
Yes, of course I did.
It was everything it was supposed to be. I ate way too much.
Jeff Wilson
and I
can
felt like
suck
crap the rest of the day.
Yeah, we totally overate lunch one day.
And then, was that the day we went golfing? Or was that the next day?
That was a different day, I think. I can't remember.
Did we go to Filiberto's before Pristine?
No, because they bought us lunch.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
They took us to Ninja Tacos or whatever that place was.
No, we went to Filiberto's my first day there, didn't we? Isn't that the first place we went after I got there?
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, because we drove down to make sure we knew where Pristine was at, and then we went to Filiberto's afterwards.
There you go.
That's right. Oh yeah, it was worth it. Now I got to find out where I was at again. Because I think my thing scrolled.
Rick DeRuler 14, which says Hooper or Evan Ingram. I don't really love either. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go Evan Ingram and just cross my fingers, but I'm not overly excited about it whatsoever. JD Stewart, appreciate you, says in a full PPR start 2 and flex 1. Sutton, Kirk, Bateman, Landry, London, and Damian Harris. Thanks, guys. You guys are the best. So in a full PPR start 2 and flex 1. I don't know if I'm starting 2 I'm guessing it's wide receivers. So that's what's listed here. So Sutton, Kirk, Bateman, Landry, London. I got to pick 2 of them. It's going to be Sutton and Bateman. And then for the flex play, I'm going to go, if you want to play it a little bit safer, then I go Christian Kirk in your flex because it's a full PPR. Funko Pop Asylum. Got a lot of Funko Pops around my house. Am I trusting McLaurin this week, or do I start both Cooks, Landry? Do I start Cooks, Landry, Myers, Boyd, or London for your wide receiver 2? I don't mind Brandon Cooks this week, but honestly, him and Terry McLaurin pretty similar. They need those big play touchdowns. I'd probably still roll with McLaurin here this week. Queelan, stick with Ryan or go with Mayfield. That's going to be Matt Ryan for me there. Jamie Cargo, grade my team: Murray, Diggs, McLaurin, Amon-Ra, Mixon, Connor, Pitts, Miles Sanders, Jeff Wilson, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I like the quarterback, Diggs and McLaurin and Amon-Ra. Okay, Connor, Mixon, and Miles Sanders, Jeff Wilson. The depth isn't great at running back, but you're good in the starting lineup. And then Kyle Pitts had a rough week 1. Overall, though, not worried about him rest of season. So I think overall that is a solid B+ to A- team there. A lot of high upside there. Not as much safety, but overall a team that could score a bunch of points. ICURN with Irish Luck. PPR League, wide receiver, and a flex. Zay Jones, Allen Robinson, Bateman, Ayuk, Travis Etienne, Pittman out hurt me. So wide receiver and a flex, it's going to be Allen Robinson as my wide receiver. And then the flex, if you want to play it safer, it's Travis Etienne. If you want to gamble, it's Rashad Bateman. Dennis Hufford, thinking about offering Henderson and Landry to the Acres owner for Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's not giving up too much, right? Just want to make sure I'm not overthinking. Thanks for what you guys do. So offering Henderson and Landry for Amon-Ra, I don't know if it really helps your team a whole lot because you're losing some of the running back depth, but you're probably not overly reliant on Henderson because he's probably your running back 4 or 5. I don't know if you need to also include Landry, who had such a big week 1. you may be able to get away with a little bit less, but honestly, I don't hate it. If this really gives you a solid, high-end wide receiver 2 in Amon-Ra, I don't hate it. I'm just one of those guys that likes to have the running back depth on my bench. Eric Cruz, good to see you, fellas. What's going on, Eric? Start 2 running backs and 2 flexes out of Penny, Wilson, Dobbins, Etienne, Hines, Sanders, and Bateman, A-Rob, and Landry. So for the 2 running backs, it's going to be Travis Etienne and Rashad Penny. And then for the 2 flex spots, I don't know if this is PPR or not. It's going to be Bateman and A-Rob for my 2 flex spots. Devin Collier, I traded Keenan Allen for CD. Thoughts? I think that you get more production quicker out of Keenan Allen than you do a CD Lamb, even though Keenan Allen is injured. We're not going to have CD Lamb to his highest potential for another 2 months almost. So and maybe you're stacked at wide receiver, but if you're not, it could hurt you for the next few weeks. Anthony DeNicola, lost connection. Claypool, Chark, James Robinson, Jamal Williams, Greg Dortch, Ezekiel Elliott, PPR, pick 2. We're picking 2 here. If it's me, I'm gambling and going with DJ Chark and Ezekiel Elliott in a full PPR. You get the high upside touchdown plays with DJ Chark. Hopefully you get the volume with Ezekiel Elliott. I just can't start Dortch, Williams, or J-Rob over Zeke just yet.
Hey, Jake, real quick, PSA, we've got 40 new members tonight, and there are a couple of people in the super chat or in the chats having issues with connecting to Discord. So I'm just going to show everybody super quick before we keep answering some questions.
Okay.
Here's what Discord looks like. That's not it. That's the wrong thing. That's the live show opening. This is what Discord looks like right here. So head over to Discord, all right? Right there, our MVP chat telling people to suck it. Everybody in the MVP chat, tell everybody hello in the chat. All right, you go down here where it says user settings, click on user settings. Or if you're on your phone, click on your settings on your phone, whatever it is. It's going to take you into your settings, then click on connections. And then after you click on connections, my streamer mode is enabled, so it won't let me do anything else. After you click connections, there's going to be an add button. You will click add, then you will select YouTube, and then it will tell you to log into your YouTube account. And then that is what you will do. That's how you'll get into it.
Thank you for that tutorial, Kyle.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much for that.
I'm glad.
All right, so we're only we're 131 likes away from a Barry Sanders football as well. Now we got Beard Belichick, standard at running back 2, Kamara or Jeff Wilson or 2 cute. I mean, in this case, you're probably going to know about Kamara pretty early. With Jeff Wilson being the afternoon game, you're going to know about Kamara beforehand. If Kamara is limited at all, this is one of those times where we go with Jeff Wilson because at least we know he's probably going to play. Kamara may be ruled out, though, before you even have to worry about it. So just pay attention to the news early in the morning. Thor Thunder, I need 1 out of Elijah Moore, Paris Campbell, or Drake London in a half PPR. If it's my team, I'm going with Elijah Moore here this week. Blunt Poppy Supreme, been a member for 14 months. What's going on? Blunt Poppy. 13 months, baby question, full PPR. Should I start Kamara or Miles Sanders, Noah Fant or Pitts? And should I bench Higgins for Dotson to be safe? If it's me as of right now, knowing that we may not have Alvin Kamara, we're paying attention to that in the morning, where Kamara could be ruled out. Then we're obviously going with Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is going to be the safer option as of right now, regardless. I'm not sitting Kyle Pitts just yet for Noah Fant. Going to roll with Kyle Pitts. Should you bench Higgins for Dotson? I don't know if that is any safer because they both kind of have that big play potential. If it's my team, I'm still rolling out T. Higgins in that case. Nick Costellis, 2 flex spots, full PPR, Edmonds, Ertz, Shepard, or Ayuk. Oh, man. I don't like flexing tight ends, but I really don't know if I want to believe Sterling Shepard. He had 1 big play last week. Ayuk is in bad weather. Chase Edmonds is going to be the one for sure here for me. If the weather is decent in San Francisco, I'm going Ayuk. If it's horrible, then I'm going to go to Ertz and just flex a tight end for the first time in who knows how long. Are you eating something? God, jealous. Beard Belichick also had start 1 at the flex, Lazard or McLaurin. It's going to be Terry McLaurin for me there. Still, I got to see what Lazard looks like. Sean McEwen. Oh, dude, those look amazing. I
haven't had any sugar today. I need a little bit of sugar to get through the rest of the night.
Oh,
because Because if the people don't know, after we're done with the live stream here, we're going to head over to Headliner Gaming for the after party, and we're going to do Madden for money. That's right. I'm going to play Headliner Nation for money. So if you've got Madden, let's get ready to fire it up over there after the stream.
And what, you got it on PlayStation and PC, right?
PlayStation and PC.
And we're not going crazy here with the people. I mean, we're doing $10 a game. Can you beat Kyle for $10 a game? We'll find out. That is going to be fun to watch. Sean McEwen says, "What's good, fellas? Should I start Mike Sanders? Not quite sure who Mike Sanders is, or Najee as your running back 2 in a full PPR. If you want to play it safer, it's Miles Sanders. It's one of those situations where if you're willing to take the gamble and know the risk up front, then you go Najee. But Miles Sanders still the safer start for me for sure." He said, "Appreciate y'all, Kyle. Warzone question. I'm sure Kyle would play Warzone with you, but tonight he's playing Madden." How did it feel, Kyle? I mean, I gave you a hard time on Twitter the other day when you said that when Warzone 2 comes out, you don't have to take PTO. And then I said in your Twitter thing that I didn't approve your PTO request. It feels good, though, doesn't it? That you don't have to put in a PTO request anymore.
Feels amazing.
Yeah. Let's see. Bobo Beyond, Jeff Wilson Jr., Rashad Penny, and Stan. That's still going to be Rashad Penny for me. Matthew Fraccassini. With Pittman out this week, I started Palmer. Not upset, but not ecstatic. At least he got the touchdown late. That being said, having a difficult choosing my last flex. Not a fan of the matchups. Elijah Moore or Drake London. In a PPR, I'll probably feel a little bit safer about going Elijah Moore over Drake London at this point. Anna, our own moderator, says, "Jake, Ethan said you need to stop sullying his channel on Discord. The man has so little to call his own. Stay out of his little channel." Okay, so Dr. Ethan Turner has his own injury update channel inside of our Discord, but I feel like it's my civic duty to go in there every once in a while if I hear some news to drop it. Apparently, Ethan does not like me beating him to the news because he's got some real day job or something. Whatever. Anthony Denicola has OJ or Kittle. We're still unsure about Kittle. There's a chance he doesn't even play. Plus, it's bad weather. I don't love OJ Howard, but as of right now, he's probably the better option. Keontae Holland, Landry, Renfro, Dotson, Judy start 2. 1 in the flex, and 1 is for your wide receiver 2 in a full PPR. Judy's going to be one of them for sure. In a full PPR, my second one will probably be Jarvis Landry for the amount of targets he sees. Reverse SF. How did you get your R backwards in your name? How do you do that, Kyle?
What?
Do you know? Reverse SF. The R is actually backwards in his name.
Some sort of mod.
Man, that's all. I didn't even know you could do something like that. Which 2 from these 3 would you choose? ETN, Carter, or Jeff Wilson? It's going to be ETN and Carter for me this week. Jose Hernandez says, "Hey, bros, what's going on, Jose? Helping a PPR for Kamara, J. Robert Gordon." Gordon probably has the safer floor. J-Rob has the higher ceiling in a more difficult matchup. I'm probably going Gordon by a hair. And then for Gabe Davis, you got Dortch, Burks, or Nico. Oh, that is no bueno. I'd probably roll with Treylon Burks and hope for one big play. Also on a half PPR, pick 2 wide receivers out of Ayuk, DPJ, and Woods. I think at this point, I'm going to risk it with the weather and go with Ayuk and Woods. I just don't know if I could sit one of those guys over DPJ at this point. Pasta Prince, league rule is you can't add an IR player directly to your team without dropping a player. Is dropping my kicker to grab and stash Brian Robinson a fair play? Your league rules allow it, right? So as long as your league rules allow it, it's fair game, because once you drop your kicker, technically somebody could pick him up if they wanted to. So you're following the rules. I don't dislike that whatsoever. Traveling BS. Full PPR, 1 flex, Deontay Johnson, Landry Edmonds, James Robinson, or Damian Harris. Thank you. In a full PPR, we can only pick one of these guys. I probably go for the higher upside because we know that the target's still going to be there. I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson and hope for a touchdown. Kyle G, welcome to Excessive Chubb. Finally got to Kyle G here. Austin Eckhart, half PPR, wide receiver 2, DJ Moore, A-Rob, or Curtis Samuel.
Jake.
What?
Can we play a game?
Let me answer Austin's question first.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Okay. So we got DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, or Curtis Samuel. We can only start one of them. If it's my team, I'm gambling on Allen Robinson. If you want to play it a little bit safer, then you go with Curtis Samuel as the safer option. Okay, what's your game?
Let's play Battling Flows.
The hell is that?
We go back and forth. One of us takes super chat. One of us takes the normal chat. And we see how quickly we can get through all of them.
Okay.
And then at the end, the chat they'll vote for you. I already know it. But the chat can vote for who did it better.
Do we have to put a helmet on or anything?
No.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
I mean, I always say I'm a man of the people, and you always say you'll do things for money that are, that are, not always normal. So, I mean, you're the one willing to tattoo Tight End Whisper on your butt cheeks for 1,500 members, and we're probably almost. Was it not 1,500? It was 10,000. 1,500.
Yeah, 15. No.
1,500 was shaving your head.
Yeah.
So we're getting closer to that.
All right. So what was the last one you answered?
You are on Johnny Bananas 508.
Judy or Hollywood Brown?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what we're going to do.
We're competing flows here.
All right. Competing flows. Who's going to go first?
You go first.
All right. I'm going to go first. We're going to go back and forth. Jake's going to let it flow through the normal chat. I'm going to let it flow through the super chat. At the end, when we get caught up on all the super chats, then at that point, y'all are going to vote on who did it better. Are we ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Johnny Bananas 508. Judy or Hollywood Brown? Coming off that performance last week, it's Jerry Judy.
Aaron M. Lance or Wentz? It's a tough time right now to pick Trey Lance. So give me. Oh man, everything just closed on me.
Jake already lost.
Did my YouTube just closed?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't Trey Lance, but I don't know who the other option was.
We'll wait. We'll give him a mulligan. Jacob, that song doesn't even matter anymore. We've got a new one.
So I've lost all my super chat information and everything. So it's all on you now.
Oh crap! Hopefully mine doesn't close.
I mean, mine is like my YouTube completely shut down. But I'm back in there now.
Okay.
All right. We ready to start this thing over again?
We'll start it again. I already did Johnny Banana, so now I'm going to go to Ian Whitley. All right. Redo.
Start all over
Let's
again.
get it right now. 3, 2, 1. Ian Whitley, half PPR, 2 flex. Patterson, Henderson, or Dillon? I'm going with Patterson and Dillon.
Really? Rosa says Waddle, McLaurin, Kirk. I can only pick 2. I'm going with Waddle and Kirk there.
Stallions Production wants to know Saints or the Titans defense. Well, I've got to look that up real quick. I've got the New Orleans Saints higher. And then we're going to go James Robinson or Zeke Elliott. Neither of them have the highest upside in the world for me. I expect to see a lot of ETN this week. I'm going to go Zeke there and Michael Thomas or Lamb. If you want the upside, go with Michael Thomas.
Chris W. says, put that helmet on, Jake. Okay, fine. I'll go ahead and do that, Chris W.
Nicholas Howard and Kyle Smart both sent 5 bombs in the super chat. Appreciate you. Clement, Taekwondo training, half PPR, Pitts or Taysom Hill? Still going with Pitts.
Jeff Wilson or Jamal Williams from Mr. Steeler 777. I don't know why those are the best chances you have right now. I'm probably going to go towards Jeff Wilson and cross my fingers.
Short, fat dude, need a wide receiver 1. Trade 1. Aaron Jones, Fournette, or Eckler in a non-PPR. I'd rather trade Aaron Jones in a non-PPR league.
Aaron M., I see you again, dude. It says Lance or Wentz. It's going to be Carson Wentz this week.
Nick Costellas, full PPR, 1 flex spot. Edmonds, Landry, Lazard, Dobbins, Herbert, or Michael Carter. Since it's a full PPR, the upside is going to be Jarvis Landry. If you want to be safe, go with Edmonds.
Ruben B, 1523 in a PPR. Adam Thielen or Ryan Tannehill in your super flex spot. Sounds crazy, but I'm going with Adam Thielen this week over Tannehill.
Dank shots. Start Curtis Samuel, Chase Edmonds, or Allen Robinson in the flex if Gabe Davis is out in a full PPR. If you want to be safe, it's Chase Edmonds. With a full PPR, the upside's Curtis Samuel.
Akers or Ramondre from Bukowski. I cannot start Cam Akers yet, Buck. I just can't do it. Give me Ramondre.
Sean McEwen, pick 1 in a full PPR flex. Hunter Renfrow, Sterling Shepard, Michael Carter, J.K. Dobbins, Robert Woods, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or Jacoby Myers. Nothing here really excites me. Upside is probably with Hunter Renfrow. I go with Michael Carter, though.
Chase Fitton says, should I hold on to Breece Hall or sell him? Don't sell him yet because you're not going to get much for him. Wait till he pops off, and then if you want to sell him, then you can.
Scott Carroll sent a $2 donation. Shane Arnold, come on, Headliner Nation. Still only 1,200 like. Let's go smash that like button. Who doesn't want a chance to get a signed Barry Sanders football? I know I do.
Devin May says, any news on Gabe Davis? It is not looking good for Gabe Davis. And being that he plays Monday Night Football, probably going to need to make sure you have yourself another backup option because you're not going to have anybody else to choose from by that time because all the other games will be over.
My computer just ran a scan and I have no viruses. Jay Hawley 203, J Rob, A Rob, or Julio in a PPR. I'm going to risk it with A Rob in the upside there.
We got Robert Shadwick says, in quarterback, we need Russell Wilson or Jalen Hurts. For me, that's still Jalen Hurts in that rushing upside this week.
Anthony, Denicola, Jake, what is your Halloween costume this year?
I don't have one yet. I am currently taking suggestions from the chat. Oh, now it's my turn now. That was your question, wasn't it?
Not really, but go ahead.
Okay, PPR, Taysom Hill or Hayden Hurst. That's going to be Taysom Hill for me in a PPR, even though it doesn't really help him too much. Marcy Polo.
Kyle Burks, Adam Thielen, or Patterson in the flex for a full PPR. If you want upside, go with Adam Thielen. I probably rely on Cordero Patterson and some of that safety, though.
Landry or Samuel for Dontrell M. That's going to be Curtis Samuel for me this week.
Joey Cower becoming a new member here on YouTube, joining up on the full Chubb tier. Welcome, Joey.
45 likes away from a signed Barry Sanders football.
Woo!
We have Hunt, Bateman, Zeke. I can pick 2 in a full PPR. If you want to play it safe, Isaiah, it's Hunt and Bateman for me.
Half PPR league from Leo Vernaccio. Flex, Doobs, Dotson, Stevenson, or more. I'm going to go Stevenson here.
Lee Bell, drop CeeDee Lamb for Jarvis Landry, question mark? No, I'm not dropping CeeDee Lamb right now. I'm going to hold on to him.
Miller B13 in a PPR, Najee, Carter, or Claypool. Oh, if you want upside, then go with Claypool. Najee probably still gets enough touches, though, to cover Carter. So to play it safe, I probably still go with Najee in a PPR, Campbell or Zeke. Not relying on Campbell enough yet at this point. Going Zeke.
Marco says Taysom Hill or TJ Hawkinson. If Alvin Kamara is out, I'm going Taysom Hill. Any other situation where Kamara plays, then I'm going with Hawkinson.
Tomsky in a 12-man PPR with Pittman out. I moved Renfro to wide receiver 2. Who should I start in the flex? Dotson, Breece Hall, Boyd, or Pollard? You said this was a full PPR. Jahan Dotson probably has the highest upside. I lean toward Breece Hall, though, with the running back touches.
Chris W says I should go as Baker Mayfield for Halloween. That's actually not a bad. I could maybe pull that off with this helmet. And then Mr. Steelers 777 says Derek Carr or Lamar Jackson. I love Derek Carr this week, but Lamar Jackson's still a little bit higher in my rankings.
Let the record reflect that Jake did 2 comments in a row, which is against the rules, and he did not allow for me a few minutes ago. Let the record reflect that. Big Tizzy, would you trade Dylan and A-Rob for Kamara in a PPR? I would not right now.
George Tennant says, is this the member chat? No, George, this is the entire public here. The members only live stream Sunday mornings, 11 a.m.
Oh, do I get to go now? Okay, thank you very much. 95, baby. Need one in a PPR. Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, Chark, Ayuk, Robbie Anderson. I'm going Michael Thomas.
Obeezy says Higgins or Waddle. I love both of them, but right now, give me Jalen Waddle because he actually practiced all week.
Beard Belichick, standard start 1 at the flex. Cook, McLaurin, or Lazard. If that's Dalvin Cook, it's Dalvin Cook 100%. If it's Brandon Cooks, if you want more upside, it's probably McLaurin there.
We have Easton Townsend says Cooper or Julio in a full PPR. Amari Cooper got crazy open. Honestly, like every route last week he was open, but they could not find him. I'm going to go with Julio Jones with no Chris Godwin this week.
Full PPR flex, ETN, Zeke, Hines, Bateman, Ayuk, or Dotson in a full PPR. I'm going to roll with ETN there.
We just hit our like goal. We are over 1,500 likes. We're giving away an autographed Barry Sanders football here as soon as we get caught up. We have Chris Baker says Evans or Waddle. I understand this is a super difficult matchup for Mike Evans. A tough matchup for him going up against Marshawn Lattimore. I understand that. If you want to limit your risk in your lineup, you go Waddle. If you wanted to go for the higher touchdown upside, it's Mike Evans, but you have to assume the risk.
Ben Coningsburg, I love you. Don't even need the answer. Ben, appreciate you.
That was an easy one. Kyle didn't have to answer anything. Jeremy Wilson says, woohoo, smash that like button.
Comments.
What? You're interrupting the flow. You need to keep it going. It's your turn.
You didn't say anything.
Like hell, I didn't.
Jake is trying. Let the record show that Jake is trying to blame me for the disruption in the flow right now. Frank Wildman
ridiculous.
becoming
This
a
is
member
ridiculous.
for the 12th
This is my
straight month.
employee.
What's up, Wentz or Matt Ryan? Gonna go with Wentz this week, and please pick 3: Samuel, Zeke, Singletary, Julio, Renfro, Gabe Davis, Kadarius Toney, Taysom Hill. Should I drop Dylan Carlson to get Young Hoku? I would go with Koo. I've got him higher. And then for your 3, it doesn't say if it's PPR or not, but we're going to go with Samuel. We're going to go with Zeke. And we're going to go with, if you want more upside than Singletary, then you probably should go with Julio.
Schwa says, y'all play Prize Picks? Abso-freaking-lutely. Been partnered with Prize Picks for 2 years now, before it was the cool thing to do. And we put Prize Picks plays in every single one of our start-sit videos. And we've been winning some money, so I'm all about it.
Giants in fantasy, 12-team full PPR. Who should I start in my flex? Curtis Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, DJ Chark, Alan Lazard. Full PPR, I'm going with Curtis Samuel.
Gruden as Chucky for my costume. I don't think that's I'm not gonna count that as my question, Kyle. Watching y'all on my new basement TV. This is living. Daniel Penrod, who was one of our Show Us Your Teams contestants here recently, currently watching us from his new basement TV. How good do we look on your TV, Daniel?
Let the record reflect that Jake is not answering questions, but commenting on comments. Giants in fantasy, already did that one. Daniel Delgado, welcome to Holden Chubb. I'm going to go for another one as well since Jake's making up rules. James Dennison, happy Saturday, y'all. Pick 2 in a full PPR. Penny, Duvernay, Carter, or Julio Jones. If you want upside, it's Penny and Julio. If you want to be safe, it's Carter and Penny.
Let the record reflect that Kyle has no idea how to say Devin Duvernay correctly. Dexter Brett.
You're not pointing out anything the people don't know.
J.K. Dobbins, if he plays, or Damian Pierce. Right now, I can't expect a whole lot from J.K. Dobbins, so give me Damian Pierce.
Brian V. Actually, George Tennant becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Welcome to the exclusive Headliner Nation. But Brian V joined for the 13th month. Great to start another season. Pick 1 for flex. Antonio Gibson or Hunt 100%. Also 1 for the wide receiver 2. Thielen, DK, or Michael Thomas. Going Michael Thomas.
Braquan Lee says, I'm not a member, but I'm still holding my Chubb. TMI, Braquan, TMI. And so I'm going to break another rule here. Christopher Henry says full PPR, Komet or Hurst. That's still Cole Komet.
Abi Doda for RB2, Hines. Jeff Wilson, Gainwell, Pierce, or Herbert need help. That's going to be Hines for me there. Hero running back strategy screwed me in the RB2 position. It's almost like we tell people not to do that.
Yeah, all the time. All right, we have Jeff Wilson Jr. or Paris Campbell in a full PPR with no Michael Pittman, with no Alec Pierce. I'm going with Paris Campbell.
My thing scrolled all the way down, so I'm going Jose Martinez.
Nobody cares about your thing.
Stevenson or Breece Hall for the RB2 since Elijah Mitchell is out. Thanks, guys. If it's a full PPR, I'll go with Hines. If it is not, then I'm going to go with Stevenson.
We have Steph, Landry, ETN, Claypool, Bateman. Choose 2 for your flex in a full PPR. I'm going to go with ETN and Bateman here this week.
Me, and not me, but me in the comments wants to know Patterson or Montgomery in a full PPR. Thanks, gents. If you want to be safe, or if you want upside, it's going to be Montgomery. If you want to be safe, then it's going to be Patterson.
Just got CeeDee Lamb for MVS and Joshua Palmer. Thoughts? Well, you probably didn't give up hardly anything to get him other than some bench stashes that you had anyway. So now you can stash CeeDee Lamb for the second half of the season. I don't hate that whatsoever.
PPR team is hurt. Eckler, Mixon, Landry, Higgins, Connor, Hawkinson, Lutz in the Bucks. Bench is Lamar, Carter, Godwin, Pittman, and Shepard. Who should I start? Well, I am personally, and this is from Julio Perales, I'm personally still starting Lamar over Hurts this week, but everything else is good to go.
Let the record reflect that Shane Arnold friggin' loves me, by the way. He just said it in the chat. Lance or Matt Ryan with the bad weather for Song Yu? I'm going with Matt Ryan.
Let the record reflect that no one cares what he thinks, and suck it! Rico Phoenix. Najee Harris or Penny this week. I'm going to be safe and play Penny.
Critique on the beat. Jake, get a Falcons helmet. How about you send me one, Critique?
Logan Miller. I wasn't expecting that response. Logan Miller becoming a new member of the Holden Chubb tier. Logan, appreciate you. Luther sent a 20 bomb. He needs some receiver help in a PPR. Hurts, Eckler, and Cook. Then pick 2 wide receivers, Allen Robinson, Curtis Samuel, Bateman Campbell, and People Jones with Pittman out. I'm going Allen Robinson, and if it is a full PPR, I'm going to go with Curtis Samuel if you want the upside. If you want to be safe, then Curtis Samuel and Rashad Bateman.
Alan Rivers says, bench Najee, question mark, question mark, question mark. Let the record reflect that Najee is not only 100% healthy, he's going up against a difficult front in the New England Patriots, and they play Thursday night football next week. I am extremely worried about starting Najee. It only becomes a situation if you have no other options, but Najee is a very, 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 very risky start.
Derek Harrell becoming a member of Holden Chubb for the 12th straight month in a full PPR. Fournette, Hines, Singletary, or Jeff Wilson. Fournette for me.
We have Kyle G says, let the record reflect headliners will win me my championship this year and $600 with a bunch of tater emojis. We need a let the record reflect sticker. Maybe that's something that we can add. Thanks for keeping. Kyle just adds work to people's plate. That's what he does.
Suck it, and we need let the record reflect.
Exactly.
AP Zibby, hey guys, please rate my team in a 10-team PPR. Cousins, Cook and Javonte Williams, St. Brown and Jalen Waddle, Aaron Jones on the bench, Dylan, Cooks, D-Hop, A-Raj, Hines, Patterson, Madison, Palmer. Also, should I trade Jones or Dylan? Honestly, number one, like the team. I don't have an issue with the team. Number two, I don't know if you should trade one of them because I don't know what you would get in return. But if I were you, I would take a look at possibly trying to get a wide receiver 1 type.
All right, let's see here. Put me to sleep. Your answers are. Let the record reflect that you have the longest answers ever. You, Chucks, Ayuk.
Who said that?
I did. Chucks asked Ayuk or Samuels. Is that Debo Samuel? Is that Curtis Samuel? I don't know. If it's Debo, it's Debo because they're both going to be playing in bad weather. If it's Curtis or Ayuk, right now it's Curtis because Ayuk's going to be playing in a monsoon again.
Ladies and gentlemen, let the record reflect Jake. Suck it, Jake.
Oh my God.
Merciful Duke is worried about Gabe Davis. Started Palmer on Thursday night as wide receiver 3. Have Jefferson as my wide receiver 1. Need a wide receiver in a flex. Elijah Moore, Gabe Davis, Claypool, and Elijah. I'm going Elijah Moore and Claypool. Was that fast enough for you?
Let the record reflect that even though you speak fast, it still took you forever to get it out. Zeus21 says ETN Gordon or Stevenson, 12-man PPR for your running back 2. For me, it's Travis Etienne.
Kent Deichel says, I'll beat Kyle for free. I've got Madden on PS5. Let's go, Kent.
Oh, I'm all about seeing that. All right, let's see here. Jeremy Wilson says Kyle is wearing panties.
I mean, do you want to see? No, I'm kidding. Is that it? You're not going to answer a question? Okay, then I will. Frank,
no.
677
Shut your pie
with
hole.
the 10 bomb.
Shut your pie hole. I'm talking over you. Brian Garzone says James Robinson or Michael Carter in a full PPR. It's Michael Carter in a full PPR.
Oh, man. Frank the Tank, need 2 running backs in a full PPR. Jones, Dillon, Pierce, Wilson, Jamal Williams, Harris, London, Moore, and Robinson. Thanks, fellas. Kyler, Kupp, Williams, and Kelsey in the lineup already. Jones, Dillon, Pierce, Wilson, Jamal Williams. I don't love it, but I'm starting Jones and Dillon both this week. And for the flex out of all of these guys, we are going to go with Elijah. If that's Allen Robinson.
Matthew Dietrich says, should I flex Alec Pierce or Cam Akers? Well, it's apparent that Matthew pays no attention to anything fantasy football. I'm hoping this is a joke because by no means did Matthew even take this seriously. This is a serious game right now, Matthew. I can't be clogged up with such nonsense. That's the nonsense you find on other channels on YouTube, not here, where we absolutely just tell people to suck it and let it be known and letting it flow.
Wait,
and everything else in between.
I missed it.
I don't know anymore. It's already scrolled by and I forgot. Jeff Wilson or Melvin Gordon in a full PPR for Steve J23. That's super close for me because the weather's going to be bad. Honestly, I'm probably going Melvin Gordon.
Why do people think I'm wearing panties?
I don't know, but it sounds hilarious.
Frank the Tank already answered that one. Prod by Lee. Conklin or Knox in a full PPR? I've got Knox higher.
Brian Alley Jr. says he can't find the Discord. If you have the Discord app, you've already found it, Brian. You just need to go to settings, connections, add YouTube, and then log into YouTube, and you're good to go, my man.
Dog's Breakfast. Start 2 in a full PPR. Lamb, Kamara, and Gordon. In a full PPR, I'm going to risk it with Lamb and Kamara. And if Kamara misses for some reason, then obviously it's going to be Gordon. And Taysom or Schultz, I've still got Schultz higher than Taysom this week.
Somebody said the doc is in the chat. It wouldn't surprise me. He only works part-time hours anyway. We have Adam Gossa, Curtis Samuel, or Christian Kirk having a hard time choosing one to start as my wide receiver 2. If this is a full PPR, I'm going Christian Kirk. Anything else, Curtis Samuel.
Hey, Doc, suck it. AP Zibby also have Pitts at the earlier roster. AP Zibby, I don't even remember what your last comment was. Oh, I found it.
Hey,
I also have Pitts. Okay, that doesn't change anything about trading Jones or Dillon for me. I would still look at a wide receiver.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
All right, time out, guys.
Hang on. We're going to come back to this.
Is that Ethan?
Why are you calling me?
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, what?
Suck it.
That was so mean.
I'm sorry. I figured I would just tell you to suck it, not only live on the live stream, but also on the phone.
Just so rude, and I'm offended.
Nothing but love for you, Doc. Got to go in the middle of a massive flow competition where I am absolutely beating the backside of Kyle right now.
Dude, well, you look like you're crying. I just want you to know.
I feel like I'm crying on the inside. Peace
Hey,
out.
check your Twitter DMs real quick. Dog's Breakfast, AP Zibby, Marcus Mason. Should I start Devontae Smith this week? Well, I don't know who your other options are, Marcus, but I'm not starting him if I don't need to.
Okay, so we have Jose Batista in a full PPR. Would you start Bateman or Waddle? Honestly, I still love the run after the catch, the yak of Jalen Waddle, so that's where I'm going.
Dominic, Georgie, full PPR pick 2, Mooney, Harris, Jeff Wilson, Robert Woods, Devontae Smith, or Cam Akers. Mooney and Harris for me here.
Hold on a second. I'm answering your question.
Jake's answering a question for me. Hold on.
Okay. Dave Curtis, is it time to trade or cut Juju? No, not yet. It is not time to totally give up on Juju. This is going to be an offense that's going to spread it around all year long. Juju's going to get his at some point. Don't worry. More than likely, he's probably not somebody you're overly reliant on each week just yet anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on a second here real quick. Hey, Ethan.
Don't be showing your screen.
Hey, Ethan, suck it. I just hung up because I'm not nice enough. Neil Daughtry. How did you just... Fly, birds, fly. It hurts so Goddard. 12-team full PPR, 1 running back. Williams, Jacobs, or Henderson is Jacobs for me. 2 wide receivers. Waddle, Samuel, Ayuk, Landry, or Anderson. I'm going with Waddle and Curtis Samuel here. If it's a full PPR, it is. 1 flex from them all. I'll go Henderson.
Man, the poor Doc right now is getting pissed off if I had to have a guess here. Hank
Does
Kaiser
anybody else
says,
want to call him?
yeah, should we just give out his number? Flex needed full PPR, Gabe Davis, Najee Renfro, or Landry. Well, first off, congratulations on having everybody injured in your lineup here, Hank. It doesn't look like Gabe Davis is probably going to play. Najee is not 100%. If you want to play it safe, you go with Jarvis Landry. If you're willing to gamble, mushroom stamp the table and all your league mates, then you're going to go with Najee Harris and hope for the best.
Jake, I told someone else's grandma to suck it last week. Should I call my grandma and just be like, hey, grandma, suck it? Hang up.
I would advise you against that.
Aiden, Miramontes, pick up 1. Conklin, Hurst, Njoku. If I had to pick up one of those guys, I'm still going to pick up. If you have to play him right away, it's Conklin for me. If you're trying to stash someone, I'm stashing Njoku. Who do I drop for him? Foreman, Pollard, or Walker? Also start Tua or Stafford. I've got Tua higher this week. And then I'm not interested in holding Foreman right now because Foreman might not even be the backup to CMC.
David King says, cool helmet, LAMAO. I've had it for 4 years. And am I frozen right now? Am I frozen?
Oh, you are frozen.
Why am I frozen? Things are just going to hell over here at this point.
I think Jake automatically loses because he's frozen. You can't let it flow if you're not on the screen.
There you go. I'm back. When in doubt, adapt and overcome. Kyle, how do I win the football? Chris W says full PPR, Jacobs or Patterson at the flex. Jacobs is going to be safer. How do you win? You hang tight in the chat for a few minutes because when we actually catch up on all the questions, we're going to pick a random person to give it away.
Hey, Custom LS, YouTube, suck it. That's from Custom, not me. Lucas Endel, trade Jalen Waddle for Keenan Allen in a full PPR. No, do not trade Jalen Waddle for him.
Jake is having a grunt. What the hell does that mean?
You're doing a what?
It says I'm having a grunt. I haven't grunted once yet. The night is not over. We have Mr. Steeler 777, Allen Robinson or Deontay Johnson in a full PPR. Honestly, I know it sounds crazy. I still think Allen Robinson could be slightly safer. If you're looking for the higher upside, though, it's Deontay Johnson.
Critic on the beat. What do you think of a lineup with Herbert, Henry, Jones, Devontae Adams, Waddle, Schultz, Patterson, McPherson, and the Dolphins defense? On my bench, Brady, Gibson, Bateman, Julio Jones, Greg Joseph, Niners D, might switch kickers. Well, this is what I'll tell you. Number one, keep Brady for right now until we know more about Herbert. It sounds like he's going to play and it's going to be day-to-day, but we'll see. Number two, you don't need 2 defenses and 2 kickers, so get rid of them. Get rid of them. That's what I think. Critique, thanks for the 10 bomb.
Custom LS just said, need YouTube's grandma to suck it. Jackson Snowert. Dak was injured for me. Start Cousins, Wentz, or Carr. Well, honestly, that's a lot of good options you got there. For Cousins, Wentz, and Carr, the one that I have the highest is going to be... It's going to be Derek Carr against Arizona.
Monty, standard flex, Zeke, Ramondre, London, or Claypool. If you want upside, I'll go with Claypool.
Is that your answer?
We're supposed to be doing this quickly, Jake.
Oh, well, none of your answers have been that quick. Grant
JD
Young
Stewart
is Mike...
wants to know flex in a full PPR, Damian Harris, Bateman, or Cook. I'm going to go with Bateman.
Grant Young says, is Michael Thomas a must start? No, he's not a must start, but he is somebody who is startable, if that makes sense.
Pasta Prince, welcome to Holden Chubb, becoming a new member today. Robert Shadwick, QB Wilson or Hurts? I have to check because I believe I have them very, very close to each other. I have Hurts a smidgen higher.
A smidgen higher. E-Man says, yo, Jake Henderson, Jeff Wilson, Michael Carter, Landry Stevenson, Burkhead, or Edmonds in place of Kamara. Full PPR or go with Kamara. LOL, let it flow, got Chubb, swag rich emoji. Henderson, Williams, Carter. I would go with Darrell Henderson as the next closest guy to start over Alvin Kamara at this point with us not knowing his status.
Derek Harrell in a full PPR. Fournette, Hines, Singletary, or Wilson. It's Fournette for me easily.
Joe Separolius says, any word on Odell Beckham? No, I haven't heard anything as of yet, but even once we do, he probably won't be game ready at the best case scenario till October.
Johnny Bananas 508 in a full PPR. My opponent has Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle. Should I start Bateman to get a piece of that game or stay with Judy? Judy has higher upside for me, and you're going to need it.
Let the record reflect that we're never going to catch up, and we will be talking until the end of time. Joe German says, half Wentz or Tua with Herbert out. I think we've already done that one, but if it's going to be between Wentz or Tua, it's going to be Wentz this week.
Don't forget, we're heading over to Headliner Gaming, our gaming channel after this. I'm going to be playing subscribers for money in Madden. James McIntosh,
$10 a game to beat Kyle.
How close are we to the Barry giveaway? We're already there. We'll give it away after we get caught up.
Yes, exactly. We have Lance or Lawrence for ARO. I want it to be Trey Lance. With the weather and the unknown there, you may have to go with Trevor Lawrence. It just depends. Follow up with the weather report early in the morning tomorrow.
Scott Carroll in a half PPR flex. ETN, Robinson, Donovan, Peoples, Jones, or Dotson. It's ETN for me.
Ben Vanetta, you got Swift or AJ Dillon, full PPR injury concern. I don't mind AJ Dillon as a pivot if you're worried about the concern for DeAndre Swift. He could see limited touches. I'm fine with starting AJ Dillon.
Maurice Zamora, start 3 in a PPR big play bonus. Cooks, Hollywood, Chark, Myers, Campbell, Duvernay, or Shepard. Start 3, Cooks, Hollywood, Chark.
But the record reflect that even though I've corrected Kyle on how to say Devin Duvernay, he continues to mispronounce it. James Robinson or Najee in a PPR for Pau Vang. Najee is such a risk. If you don't want the risk, you play it safer and go James Robinson. If you're willing to take that risk, you go Najee.
Lit Nick says it's a suck it flow.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Nick? JW87, half PPR, need a flex between Drake London, Ramondre Stevenson, Cam Akers, Brandon Ayuk, Kenneth Walker, or Garrett Wilson. I don't love any of it. Would be Ayuk if the weather is good, but since it's not, I'm going to take a gamble and go with London.
Neil Daughtry says Eagles in a 12-team PPR drop. Robbie Anderson, Jarvis Landry, or Curtis Samuel for J.K. Dobbins as a free agent. I'm keeping Landry and Samuel and dropping Anderson, or keep those 3. Have Eckler, Williams, Henderson, and Josh Jacobs. Note, pick up J.K. Dobbins. Always good to stash a running back, especially with Robbie Anderson.
OEG official, your favorite retro video game system, Jake. I still have the original Nintendo that we play upstairs from time to time. That is an all-time classic that I just can't get sick of.
Just got Kamara and Lockett for CEH. Good trade. I don't mind it at all, considering CEH was probably your RB3.
A&J, Tebow or Johnny Football? For me, that's still going to be Tim Tebow.
J-Rob, GC, and Team Energy, love the channel. Thank you so much. Standard scoring, Najee Harris or J.K. Dobbins if he plays this week. Would love a new ball to go next to my 2 Reggie Wayne balls. I don't know why we're talking about all of your balls, J-Rob, but it's okay. We'll get through it together. Najee Harris or J.K. Dobbins is very tough for me. If J.K. Dobbins plays this week, I probably risk it and throw him out there over Najee Harris. If you want to be safe and just throw someone out that you know is going to get some touches, even though it might not be a lot, then go with Najee.
Jameis Winston or Tom Brady for Corey Aloe, like the lotion, I guess. I'm still going to go with Tom Brady. I don't dislike Jameis Winston, but let's see him do it again against a more difficult defense this week.
Cody Seals, I have Kamara and Fournette, and both are questionable. I have Hunt, Edmonds, and Melvin Gordon on my bench. Which 2 should I start? I'm going with Fournette and Hunt there. I haven't seen anything saying that Fournette's not going to play.
Right. Buck, that is a great question. We have Big Trev, A-Rob, Thielen, ETN, PPR pick 2. If you want to play it safe, Big Trev, it's going to be Thielen and ETN. If you want to gamble a little bit, then it becomes Thielen and A-Rob.
Leo, Vernaccio and a half PPR, Metcalf or Dotson is my wide receiver 3. Metcalf is very, very safe as a wide receiver 3. I go that route.
Jake Delauder, the longest battle, let it flow ever. Vowed on film has a bunch of fire emojis, says Hines, Pollard, or Melvin Gordon. I don't know if it's PPR. I don't know if it's standard on the surface. If it's PPR, I'm going Hines. Anything else, I'm going Gordon.
James McIntosh, PPR, Taysom or Howard, I'm going Taysom Hill.
Let the record reflect that Custom LS is in the chat telling everything on earth to suck it. We have Terry Hudak. Standard pick 3, please. Ayuk, Anderson, Bateman, Chase, and Evans. I understand that there's some concerns here, but I'm still going Bateman, Chase, and Evans.
M. St. G upgraded his membership to Excessive Chubb. M. St. G, make sure you get into Discord with us. Meech Williams, pick 2, Derrick Henry, A.J. Dillon, and Aaron Jones in a full PPR. I'm going to go Derrick Henry, and since it's a full PPR, I'm going to go with Aaron Jones, thinking that they're going to get him involved this week.
Ryan Freeland wants to know in arm wrestling, who wins, Jake or Kyle?
And what?
Arm wrestling.
If we do it with our right arms, it certainly won't be me because it will hurt too much.
I'm flexing right now.
Too many
so
arm
we're gonna
injuries.
do right. We're gonna do right arms.
I can't
so I can
even
win.
bench press. So
that's a problem. How much do you even bench, bro?
I haven't benched in forever. Hurts my shoulder too much.
I'm too damn old.
Yojitsu, would you drop Hardman for Olave? Well, Hardman or Olave for Claypool, or would you just stay put? I'll risk it with Claypool over Hardman.
Kyle G, does your handwriting have to be sloppy for submit my teams next week? We talked about, me and Ethan said that everybody should do cursive one week so we could see what everybody's cursive looks like since nobody uses it anymore. Does it have to be sloppy? No. It's the artwork that really stands out to us.
John F. Penny, J-Rob, or Elijah Moore this week in a half PPR. I'm going to go with Penny there.
Daniel Penrod says he just benched today, trying to hold on to his youth as much as he can. Sounds like he's rubbing it in our face, Kyle. Dog's Breakfast then said traded Ayuk for Allen Robinson. Let's go. That's going to be a close one, but I don't dislike it as of yet.
Rob G becoming a member for the 14th month of Holden Chubb. Rob, appreciate the support. Rate my team. Cordero Patterson, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Chase Edmonds, Breece Hall, Daryl Henderson, Allen Robinson, Michael Thomas Stafford, Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs, Waller, and D-Hop. I like it. You've got some nice upside. Running backs are good. You've got some upside at wide receiver, especially if we can get Allen Robinson going. I like your team.
Quick question for Daniel Penrod out in the chat. He was the one that had the one cursive word on his sheet. He only wrote the word let in cursive. Daniel, tell me why you did that. That is not my question, though, Kyle, so don't interrupt me right now. We have Jackson Snowert that said, I traded CEH and Chark for Jacobs. Is that a good trade? I don't dislike it, but CEH is playing pretty well right now. I think Jacobs could be a little bit more up and down throughout the long haul of the season, but going to have a great matchup here this week. I don't hate that trade. I don't know if I love it, though, either. It
is 11:20 at night, and we still have 1,300 people waiting. We're going to give away that Barry Sanders ball in just a couple of minutes. Frank Wildman. PPR, drop Curtis Samuel, Julio Renfro, Tony, or Gabe Davis for DeAndre Hopkins, or keep my wide receivers. Get Kadarius Toney out of there right now. We don't even know what the heck is going on with that offense. Drop Zeke, Singletary, or neither for Darrell Henderson. Drop McPherson for Koo. I'd keep McPherson. I love that kid. He's got a booming leg.
Booming.
I'm keeping Zeke and Singletary over Darrell Henderson right now, unless I'm the Akers owner. If you have Akers, then I would drop Singletary to grab Henderson just in case.
Jeremy Wilson says, I want that let it flow emoji. You too, Jeremy, can have one if you just become a channel member. Sneaky one says Christian Watson or Dubes. I probably go with Watson. I mean, think about it. He almost had a huge touchdown play last week, and it went right through his hands. So give me Watson.
Dustin Woodham, Pittman replacement, Hines or Paris Campbell in a PPR, going Hines.
Noah Montes, Melvin Gordon, Rashad Penny, and Etienne. I got to pick two of them. I'm going to go with Melvin Gordon and Travis Etienne.
Wilson Jr., Stevenson, or Corey Davis for my flex full PPR. It's Stevenson.
Corey Davis or Paris Campbell in a flex for a PPR for terminal times. It's going to be Paris Campbell.
Racing Boy 24H full PPR. Who do I start at both my receiver slots? Michael Thomas, DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, Deontay Johnson, or Cortland Sutton. Woo! I have got... If I want to be safe, it's DJ Moore and Cortland Sutton. If I want more upside, it's Cortland Sutton and Michael Thomas.
Matty Paulus, trade Waller for Curtis Samuel. No, I will not do that because Curtis Samuel has not proven that he can stay healthy for an entire season very often in his career.
M. St. G, what up, Jake and Kyle? What up, M. St. G? Pick one wide receiver and a flex in full PPR. Chark, Landry, A.J. Dillon, and Henderson. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Best community on YouTube. M. St. G, appreciate you. Pick one wide receiver and a flex. It's going to be A.J. Dillon for my flex, and then full PPR, I'm going to go Landry over Chark.
Kyle, true or false? You're ready to be done with this so you can start taking people's money in Madden.
That's true.
My son just let it flow with a 33-yard angry stiff arm with the Badgers. So your son plays football, and he just had a 33-yard angry stiff arm.
Wait, who's that from?
It. Dornage Davis.
Oh, all right.
Love it.
Tim Odom, his son plays for Colorado State. I think I'm
Does
wrong.
Dornage Davis, is your son actually play? Is that Wisconsin? Like, is he being honest? Like, is that what we're talking about?
Badgers.
I mean, I know that, but I didn't know if it was like, Pee Wee football or whatever. I have no idea.
Piero.
Is angry stiff arm code for something?
Man,
be careful, Daniel.
Fellas, need a flex play for a full PPR. Travis Etienne, Darrell Henderson, London Cooper, Boyd Dotson, Travis Etienne.
Randy Lara just wants to tell Kyle that his shades are super cool.
Appreciate you.
PPR flex, Alan Lazard or Elijah Moore. It's Elijah Moore.
Merciful Duke. So I found Isaiah McKenzie in free agency. Do I start him over Elijah Moore or Claypool? No, I'm going to go with Elijah Moore.
Trying to look for Dornage here to see if he's going to respond to us. Wisconsin Badgers. So your son plays for Wisconsin, Dornage, is that right? If it is, let's talk some football with him. How about Brian Oliver, Curtis, or Amari in the flex? I would love to say Amari Cooper, but we can't prove to get him quality targets right now, so it's going to be Curtis Samuel.
Jafet Hernandez in a full PPR pick 2, Chark, Julio, Lazard, Bateman, or Olave. If I'm picking 2 here in a full PPR, I'm going to go Bateman, I'm going to go Chark, and Komet or Tunyon this week. It is Komet barely for me.
By a hair.
By a hair, half of one. Like a freshly shaven hair.
By a manscaped hair. Terminal time, trade Melvin Gordon for Elijah Moore in a PPR format. If you really need wide receiver help and you're stocked at running back, it's a fairly even trade.
Green Ranger, is Kenyon Drake a valuable flex over Pierce of Olave? I'd probably still go with Pierce in the flex.
Timo says his son plays offensive line. Nate Paddle, full PPR, start Dotson, Burks, Landry, or Singletary. In a full PPR, I'll go with Landry.
Yes, Tim's son. Tim, which college is it again? I always forget. Racing Boy 24H for the 10 bomb in a full PPR. Do I start at both my receiver slots? Did I already answer this? Oh, sorry, didn't hear what you said before. Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson, Cortland Sutton, Deontay Johnson, and DJ Moore. Sorry, didn't hear what you said before. So if we're being safe, it's DJ Moore and Cortland Sutton. If we want more upside, it's Cortland Sutton and Michael Thomas.
We see Weston Muser asking a bunch of times thoughts on Gabriel Davis. He plays Monday Night Football. I don't know if you want to wait that long to make a decision. If you don't have any other options in that game on Monday Night Football, then you're probably having to look somewhere else just to make sure you have a solid start this week.
We're like 10 questions away from being caught up, and then we'll give away Barry, Rishi Sony, Jake and Kyle, pick Chris. 2. Najee, Zeke, Aaron Jones for our running back 1 and 2. It's going to be Zeke and Aaron Jones. Thielen or Jarvis Landry for the flex. In a full PPR, safety is going to be Jarvis Landry. Upside is going to be Thielen. I think I barely go with Jarvis Landry there. Hunter Henry or Dawson Knox for tight end. I'm going to go with Dawson Knox. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you.
JW says that helmet is awfully small. I'm concerned about your safety. JW, have you ever watched like on YouTube when people go in like fighter jets and when they start to go into like the G-lock and everything starts like closing like that's, I feel like my vision is slowly closing right now.
I can tell. Zachary Stepp with a $1 donation. Appreciate you, Zach. Joe German, Hall, Hines, or Metcalf in a half PPR flex. Your safest bet is going to be Metcalf. If you want more upside, then you go with Hall. If it was full PPR, I would pick Hines. Zachary Stepp also became a new member as well. Welcome to Full Chubb, Zach.
Smee Jam, start Najee Harris or Darrell Henderson. With all the concern about Najee Harris, if you'd rather be risk adverse and just play it safe, it's Darrell Henderson. I like that start this week. If you want to just go all or nothing and hope for the best, then it's Najee. If it's me, probably going Darrell Henderson.
Daniel, I've noticed that comment a few times now about the Billy Sims signed helmet. Hey, appreciate that amazing generosity of you, but I would rather have you pay that forward to someone else. I've already got a couple of Lions helmets up here, and I've got a plan for this spot right here for something else. So I appreciate you, but I'd rather you pay that forward and give that to somebody else that might not be able to afford a piece for their house. Youngberg 4, DJ Moore or AJ Dillon at the flex in a full PPR. I'm going to go with AJ Dillon here for sure. And what to do if Swift doesn't play, start AJ and flex Moore or pick up Jamal. Let me know. If he doesn't play, then I'm going to play Moore and I'm going to play Dillon.
Smittyvid says Tua or Rodgers this week. For me, it's going to be Tua. He's going to be a safe weekly start.
Dornage Davis becoming a member for the second straight month. Holden Chubb, 3 wide receivers in a PPR league. Start Fournette at the running back 2, Zeke or Gordon. I'm starting Fournette. Wide receivers Jefferson, Waddle, Diggs, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Holy cow. That is one heck of a wide receiver core there. Bench Pollard, Dotson, and Gordon. I'm going with that lineup as is.
Dalton Hopper says pick one: Curtis Samuel, Hollywood Brown, Rashad Bateman, or Darrell Henderson Jr. in the flex in a PPR. If you want to play it safe, it's Darrell Henderson. If you want to gamble for higher upside, it's Hollywood Brown.
Daniel, I'll tell you what. Let's chat offline. And maybe what we'll do, oh my God, my YouTube just crashed.
Did it?
Yep.
Where did you leave off?
That's a great question.
Dornage.
Yes, that was probably it. Who was after that?
Hold on. I'm making sure there isn't one before that.
We were close to the bottom.
Okay. Did you get Zachary Stepp going to full chub?
I don't think so. Yes, I did.
Did you get Youngberg 4? DJ Moore or AJ Dillon? Question.
Yes. I said AJ Dillon.
Okay. Then we had Dornage Davis for the second month.
Yep.
And then we got Weston Muser. Thoughts on Gabriel Davis?
No,
we just
didn't
talked
get
about
that one.
We just talked about Gabriel Davis. With playing Monday Night Football, you're not going to have an opportunity to switch anybody out unless you have somebody else in that ball game. So if you have no one else playing on Monday night, I'm taking Gabriel Davis out of my lineup now to play it safe. VW Fan 32, pick one in a 1-point PPR. Sutton, Hendy, Dylan, A-Rob. You have Aaron Jones in already. Being that you already have Aaron Jones, I know it doesn't sound great to put in A.J. Dillon. He may be the next safest, but if you're looking for a little bit higher upside and a little bit of diversification, maybe we go with Cortland Sutton there for a high upside. Corey Allo, welcome to Holden Chubb. Markel Adams, Josh Jacobs, or Daryl Henderson in a standard league. I'm going with Josh Jacobs by a hair. LJD, Julio, or Allen Robinson this week in a full PPR. I'm looking for the Allen Robinson bounce back. Anthony Denicola, my team. Who should I move around? Running back is Elliott, Gibson, Diggs, Adams, Pitts, flex. Gives Gabriel Davis, and then you got on the bench Kareem Hunt, Hines, Melvin Gordon, Claypool, and DJ Chark and Jamal Williams. I am personally switching out Zeke for Kareem Hunt, and everything else stays with the exception of your flex and being Gabe Davis. I don't see anybody else that plays that night, so I'm going to take out Gabe Davis as well and play it a little bit safer and flex DJ Chark this week. Luis
with the 50 bomb.
A 50 bomb from Luis in the. Can we get some hashtag Luises in the chat? Luis, we appreciate you. That's going strong, guys. Love it. Headliner for life. Appreciate you, Luis. Avery Dunn, 3 leagues. PPR, League 1, Edmonds or Zeke. If you want to play it safer, it's Edmonds. League 2, 1 running back, 1 flex out of Kamara, Hunt, A-Rob, and Penny. For me, it's going to be Hunt and A-Rob. In League 3, 1 running back and a flex, Kamara, Elijah Moore, Deontay Johnson, Hunt, and Mooney. For 1 running back, it's going to be Hunt. For 1 flex, I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson there. For that, Rob G upgraded his membership to full chub. Awesome. Make sure you're hopping into the full Discord experience there, Rob. Miller, B13, 12-team PPR, Landry or Bateman. Landry's probably the safer bet. The higher upside is Bateman for me, though, this week. And then Markel Adams has become a member of Holden Chubb. We now have 45 new members here tonight on the stream. And then Hayden Graves, RB, full PPR flex spot, Jeff Wilson, Travis Etienne, or Michael Carter. For me, it's Travis Etienne, Mark Ina, Derrick Henry, or Aaron Jones in a PPR. I have Aaron Jones a little bit higher with the difficult matchup for Derrick Henry.
Woo. Finally caught up. A couple of questions have come through. How do you join Discord? You have to become a member on the channel. Discord is a member perk, so you have to join one of the membership perks here. Monte just become a member of Holden Chubb. Appreciate you, Monte. Welcome to the exclusive Headliner Nation. J Noise, this comment makes me 1/10 of the man Luis is. Legend. Appreciate you, J Noise. Piero Menino, full PPR wide receiver 2, London Cooper or Samuel. In a full PPR, I'm going to go with Samuel there. Keegan Hankins just become a new member of Holden Chubb. Welcome in, Keegan. Aiden Miramontes. Do I pick up Eli Mitchell off waivers in a half PPR league? If you have somewhere to stash him, I'm fine with that. Jake, let's give away a Barry Sanders autograph football.
Let's absolutely do that. How do we want to give it away? Also, I would like the record to reflect that I won because I had to close out Let It Flow for you.
That's not fair. Your YouTube crashed earlier as well.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish, Kyle.
I disagree. I think it's both.
You think it's both. All right, so here it is. The signed Barry football. And we are going to give it to... I got to write something down so that we know that it was not planned beforehand.
Ooh.
Kalafa says, "What up, Jake and Kyle? Can you guys let Alex know his Packers lost to my Vikings this past week?" Skull Viking. Those two go back and forth on Discord.
Hey, Alex,
non-stop.
your Packers can suck it.
Hey, let's see here. The answer is not 21, Dalton, because we don't even know what the question is yet.
Christopher Earn sent a $4.99 super chat saying, "Keep it up. Appreciate you, Christopher." Luis Meja becoming a member for the second straight month. What's up, guys? Love all the info. Watch you guys every night to study. Need help? Who should I start? Thielen, Devontae Smith, Campbell, or Myers? That's Thielen for me.
Kyle, I'm looking at something here real quick. And then
David said, "Let the record reflect Jake and Kyle both kill it and the dot can suck it."
Ethan never messaged me after that. Like, never.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, while Jake is getting that set up, don't forget, we're going to head over. We have a gaming channel. If you've never known that, we have a gaming channel here where your boy goes over and frags out on lots of different games. And tonight is going to be Madden for money. I'm going to be playing members of Headliner Nation for money tonight, $10 a game. If you lose to me, you don't get anything. If you win, though, I'll send you $10 via PayPal or Venmo. So you let us know, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to do. If you want to hit me up, we are at Anna. If you can pin it for me real quick, maybe. Headliner Gaming. Oh, I see it. I'll pin it myself here real quick. I just pinned a comment from Anna for Headliner Gaming. We're at like 1.6 thousand over there. If half of you went and subscribed to Headliner Gaming right now, we would get to 2,000 total subscribers over there. And you know what? If we get to 2,000 subs tonight, I'm going to give away a copy of Madden.
All right, then.
If
All
we
right,
get
so
to
here's the
2,000
question.
subscribers tonight, I'll give away a copy of Madden for the platform of your choice.
People are answering last year's question. All right. I'm going to type break in the chat after I read the question. The first person that can tell me...
Sorry.
What?
I can't tell you right now. I'll have to tell you off stream.
Okay. The first person that can tell me to the closest thousands. So I'm looking for the 1,000. You don't have to get it 100% total. How many views do we have on this week's running back start sit video now?
Oh. And you said whoever gets closest?
The closest thousands. So I'm only looking for like how many thousands of videos do we have?
I don't know, so you're going to have to do that on your own.
I know.
Sean Muka sent a $2 donation. Appreciate you. Daniel Penrod with the 10 bomb. Let the record show that nothing will make me happier than hearing Kyle say, "Skull, come on, Kyle. We all know you want to say it." Not going to say it, Daniel. You're not forcing me to this week. RJC Pops, full PPR flex ETN or Higgins. It's ETN for me. Robert Jones in a full PPR pick 3. Ayuk, Hines, Akers, Penny, or Tyler Lockett. It's Hines in a full PPR, Penny, and Ayuk. If the weather gets really, really bad there, then maybe go with Lockett instead, but I probably still risk it with Ayuk anyway.
Okay, I think I have a winner, but I'm just double checking just to make sure there was nobody before it.
We might have a winner.
I'm just double checking because remember, everybody's chat is different. We have to go by our chat in the order that it was received. And I'm just double checking. I'm writing down this name just in case. Man, so many people guessed here. This may be the most we've ever had people guess. Hang on here. Although we did have somebody earlier. Man, this one was hard. Maybe I shouldn't have done something so hard.
That's what she said. What?
So maybe I should have done something so hard to figure out So many people were off by 1,000. You guys were so close. Okay. The winner of who got the closest for how many views have we had on our running back start sit video. The winner is Kyle, can I get a drum roll or something from you? Nate Paddle. Nate Paddle. Padol. Nate Paddle on our chat was the very first one to guess 134,000 views. And I don't know if you can see it. Make sure there's no incriminating information on here. We're at 134.8. I don't even know if it's going to. So, Nate Paddle. Congratulations, Nate Paddle.
Joe said Nate can suck.
Nate, you need to send me an email from the account right here, your YouTube account, to info@thefantasyheadliners.com so I can hook you up.
Ring Boy said, who do I start at quarterback this week in a full PPR? Hurts versus Minnesota or Rodgers versus the Bears? We're going Hurts. Whew. Jeez Louise.
All right, who's ready to watch Kyle dominate some Madden?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we over on Headliner Gaming, we are at 1,660 subscribers. 1,660 is what we're at right now on Headliner Gaming. If we get to 2,000 subscribers tonight on Headliner Gaming, I will give away a copy of Madden 2023 for your choice of platform, whether it be PC or whether it be PlayStation or whether it be Xbox. I'm on PlayStation and on PC, so we can run together tonight. If you want to, go meet me. I've already pinned a comment from Anna. If you look, there's an Anna comment pinned at the top for Headliner Gaming. Click on that. Subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 2,000 subscribers. Come hang out. Watch me run a little Madden against some of the peeps here. And let's give away a Madden copy.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to be there cheering you on. I am sure Lit, you were on the list. I had Lit openings written down, but he got it in there just before you. Just before you. 34.8 equals 135. I said to the closest thousandths, though.
Anthony Denicola, I'd like to congratulate Anthony on winning the football.
Anthony would like to congratulate himself. Let the record be known that Anthony did not win. However, he gave it to himself.
We're up to 1,674 subscribers. Let's go. Keep hitting the subscribe button on Headliner Gaming.
Love it. Absolutely love it. You know what else I love, Kyle?
What?
True Classic Tees.
True Classic Tees. I got
Get
my
yourself
stuff the other day.
Get yourself a discount using code word Headliners at checkout.
MK with the 5-bomb. Monty, Mooney, ETN, Elijah Moore, Singletary. Need one running back and one flex, please. It's going to be ETN for the flex. Do you play ETN and Monty over Mooney and Moore?
Probably.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. It is now almost midnight. It's 11:43. We're going to go run some Madden over on Headliner Gaming. I've pinned a comment up at the top from Anna. Click on that. Go subscribe to Headliner Gaming. When we get to 2,000 subscribers tonight, I'm going to pick someone in the chat. To run some or to give away a copy of Madden 23. Come hit me up over there. Let's get going. For Jake and myself, we're getting out of here tonight. Fear Boner wants to know Ayuk or Dotson in the flex in a full PPR. It's going to be Ayuk for me. Kent says I don't have Madden 23, only 22. I don't have 22 anymore. I only have 23. That's going to do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, any last words for the crew?
Hey, we appreciate all the support tonight. Make sure all the new members only live stream tomorrow around 11 a.m. Eastern time. Members only live stream in the chat. Members only in the chat. So you get a lot more questions answered a lot quicker.
Let's go. I'll be firing up the live stream on Headliner Gaming exactly at midnight. That's in 15 minutes. Come catch us there, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great Sunday worth of football. And we'll see y'all over on Headliner Gaming in 15 minutes. Let's go, baby.